We want to thank our fireworks sponsors tonight, Ozark Auto Body and Towing, and they're down at the front gate, and they did have some t-shirts. Also NARMC and Rematch Realty. So thank you for being our fireworks sponsors tonight. Thank you to Gob TV for live streaming the Goblin game each week, and a big thank you to KHOZ 1029 for the live broadcast of Goblin football this season. They proudly support the Harrison High School Athletic Department and are the exclusive broadcast station for the Harrison Goblin games. Thank you, KHOZ. Todd Scarborough and Chad Bishop on the call tonight. Also, we ask you to please help us keep FS Garrison Stadium clean by putting your trash in the receptacles that's located all throughout the stadium. So when you get up, if you would, please grab your trash and put in those receptacles that's located all throughout the stadium. We appreciate that. The Golden Goblin Marching Band would like to thank the Bardwell Firm for sponsoring tonight's pregame meal. The band would also like to thank North Arkansas Regional Medical Center for providing water after their halftime performance. And then the Goblins would like to thank these local businesses for providing meals this year: Northside Church of Christ, DSI, BNC, Signature Bank, First Community Bank, Jones Physical Therapy with Harness Boots and Shoes, and Equity Bank. Once again, we want to welcome the class of 1985, celebrating their 40th class reunion. Try not to break a hip when you're going up and down those bleachers. Welcome, football fans, to FS Garrison Stadium here at FedEx Freight Park, home of your Harrison Golden Goblins. Let's begin tonight's activity by standing and join us in a moment of silence, reflecting on the spirit of competition and unity. Thank you. Now our Pledge of Allegiance, led by the Harrison High School cheerleaders. Now the national anthem performed by the Harrison Marching Band. And now the Morrilton alma mater.
Trying to get the ball out quickly in space, and then Harrison usually will go for some deep stuff. But it probably won't affect the game that much, but it will dictate some things that you try to do where you may go to the run where you might have gone to the pass on a normal night.
Right. So looking at the record between these two teams, Harrison leads it 24-16. Just picked Morrilton back up in the conference last year. They up until that point, Harrison, I believe, won 6 in a row, and then they got beat last year. So it's a 24-16 record here. Harrison dominated on that side, but tonight, these two teams, Chad, I really do believe if you look at the records, look how they played teams, the outcomes of the games of the teams that we played,
it's a matchup.
It's going to be very much a matchup.
It really is.
And it's going to be something I do believe is if the Goblins, you can't get down, you can't make mistakes, the fumble in football, but more than anything what that leads to is a defeatist type of attitude, doesn't it? I mean, you start thinking, can we do this? Right. And that's the problem that comes from all that. You can't have that here. You've got to be focused, and you've got to have a little swagger.
Yeah, well, it's hard to think about don't do something. Don't do this and don't do that. Of course, you don't want to fumble, but when you start thinking about fumbling, you tend to fumble. It's the old saying, it's like, don't think about a purple elephant, and the first thing you think about is a purple elephant. So, yeah, you want to come out, and this is one of those games where turnovers is, a turnover here or there will be a huge factor. So you have to establish a run game. The way they play defense, they like to do a lot of things. They like to gamble a little bit. So the Goblins will have to establish a run game, which they have the backfield to do that, as well as through their quarterback. That's another advantage they have is using Jones in the run game. Once you've done that, forcing Morrilton to play a little more straight up on defense, then you can control the game however you want to control it. But you got to establish your run game first.
And it truly comes back. You've got, this is the 7th week here. I had a warm-up game, so count 8 games. This is the 8th game. So by this time of the year, the offense starts to gel. Yeah. Defenses tend to gel a little quicker than offenses, don't they? Just because of the nature of the game. But the offense over time starts to become more and more gelled together. You start seeing that, and you have seen that with the Goblins. But then you've also seen a real flat offense as well at times. Yeah. And so tonight, really from here on, that offense has got a chance here to kind of not just rectify itself, but to kind of control its season, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And they're going up against good defenses, and like you said, you usually establish your defense earlier in the season. Goblins did that. A lot of other teams have done that. I think we'll see tonight this will be a defensive game. The defense will matter in this game. I would normally say, with looking at the way two teams are matched up, this could be a big shootout. I'm not sure I anticipate that.
Yes.
There'll be some points scored, but I don't think it'll be considered one of those 50-something to 50-something games because of the defense. But you're right. It's time for the offense to step up and take control of the game.
And we have seen the defense kind of take control of the games at times as well. So if both of these sides of the ball for the Goblins are clicking, and they're here at home, and they get the crowd behind them, maybe it is that rallying cry, not only for this game, but to build that confidence, because that's what it is week after week, building confidence for playoffs, right? I mean, that's what it amounts to.
Absolutely. And tonight becomes a field position type of game, because when you have a defense you can trust, you can use the field to your advantage and let your defense on the field. If you're Coach Keelan, if you're any of the coaches on the Harrison sideline, you have no problem with your defense being on the field. So it's good that they're out there, but we also want to get them off the field and get the ball in our hands. We need to manage the field position game. I anticipate we'll probably play defense first if we win this toss.
And the captains are on the field right now. McNutt is out there, Eli McNutt, Lucas Brumley as well, and Ty Bundy there as well. So it looks like that I believe it was the Devil Dogs that won, and I think they're deferred, or check that. It's the Goblins, possibly. I couldn't.
Deferred, I think.
Okay, the Goblins won. I couldn't tell by the way he was doing it there, but that's the way it looks. So the Goblins will kick the ball off here to start this game and put the Devil Dogs offense on the field right off the front end. Both the captains for both teams are making their way back to their respective huddles, about to break through the run-through, which is Morrilton.
They brought a run-through tonight. Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So uniforms, and the Goblins will come out trailing the scooter there, and boy, that was close. Almost a hit and run by the Goblins Jeep there. That wouldn't have been a good start to the football game.
Yeah, that was
driving just a tad fast.
Yeah.
And didn't yield to pedestrians.
No, for those of you listening, we've got a little scooter that looks like it goes about 90 miles an hour out of the Goblin, out of the run through,
and he was doing at least half of that when he hit the 20 there. So everybody had to jump out of the way. He had to wheel. He may get a little talking to after that. I don't know.
A discussion.
But either way, the Goblins will start this one off. This is going to be a great game. We're just moments away from kickoff here in Harrison, Sheridan Garrison Stadium. The Devil Dogs and the Goblins, Game 7 here that holds big implications for the 5A West. So the officials break huddle from the inside. They take their positions on the field, and the Goblins will tee it up at the 40. We're almost underway. Truett Bartwell, without his pink shoes, will kick it off.
Yeah, he had pink shoes last week, and this week we got pink out, and I don't see Truett in his pink shoes. But we've talked about him all year. His kicks, I always look forward to watching how he's going to kick, because every one of them looks different.
No matter what kind of shoes he has on, it comes out of there a little weird, doesn't it?
Comes out of there crazy. Yeah, spinning and sideways and twisting and knuckleballs.
And I think he has different types of kick. I don't think it's coincidental that happens.
No, it's for sure. It is intentional, absolutely.
Yeah, so here we go. Bartwell will tee it up at the 40. The Devil Dogs will return it. They're standing at the 10. 3 deep there. It's the first I've seen that.
Yeah, they've got a little 5-3-3 setup. I think they've seen enough of Bardwell's kicks. They know that it goes all over. They're trying to cover all their field.
All the field. That's a good idea. They've watched the film.
Yep.
Bartwell will tee it up. He kicks it to the up back at the 30. He's going to field it there. Tries to get a little room. He's swarmed under and is going to be tackled at the 34. So the Goblins stop him at the 34-yard line. The Devil Dogs will start from there on offense with their first possession just underway in this very important football game. And now we'll get to see a matchup that we wanted to see here, the Devil Dog offense against the Goblins' potent defense. Eli McNutt, Bundy, a lot of good athletes out there. Sky Lee, and they're ready for football. They'll spread them out right off the front end. Morrilton comes in with an empty set, 3 wides to the far side, 2 to the near. And the defense is trying to get set. Shotgun formation, quick out real fast to the flat. The screen pass has a few blockers and gets maybe 2 yards or 3. Good coverage there by the Goblins on the screen.
Yeah, we're going to see that all night. Just swing it out and get it to people and use your receivers to tangle up the defensive secondary and force the secondary to make open field tackles.
2 wides to each side this time. Shotgun formation, waiting the snap. He has it, drops straight back, has a man. He throws it to the inside. It's incomplete. Off the hands of the receivers. Instead of throwing it to the sidelines, he threw it back in bounds. Receiver had to turn around, couldn't make the catch.
Yeah, they're trying to really swing that out there fast. And if you watch Morrilton, this is the type of offense they like, where everything is quick. They're going to be hurry up. They're going to be on the ball, no huddle, and just go.
Barry Maddox, the quarterback for the Devil Dogs, waiting on the snap. He's got it. Fading back. He's got plenty of time in the pocket. Oh, man, slips trying to get there and nothing doing there. Good coverage by McNutt from the linebacker position, coming out, covering in the wide receiver 20 yards downfield. And that'll bring up 4th down and 7, exactly what the doctor ordered for the Goblins there. 3 and out, and they'll get the ball back.
That's what makes Eli McNutt so tough, because on one play he can be out there and be an edge rusher and put intense pressure on the quarterback. Next play he's dropping 20 yards downfield. You don't know what he's going to do, and that's when you see him mixing defenses like that, good things happen.
Punter standing on his own 22. Good snap, has it, rushed by the Goblins. Good punt, it gets it off. It's going to, whoa, wait a minute. That wasn't a good point. It's good for the Goblins. That ball was a shank, and it goes out of bounds at the 46-yard line of the Devil Dogs. So not good turnover field position. That winds up being about a 15-yard punt.
Yep. He kicked it a long way, but he kicked it out of bounds.
I saw it come off his foot.
It came off his foot fine with all that pressure, but, yeah, it didn't work out so well for him.
Boy, that is a break for the Goblins. They'll finally rest it at the 48 either way.
That's why you feel good starting on defense and give yourself good field position. Defense did their job.
The Goblins will start in Devil Dog territory for their first drive of the evening. 11:20 left to go in the first. The Goblins go 3 and out on defense, gets them off the field. Now they'll play offense here on their first possession. 3 wides to the near side, 2 to the far. Jones waiting on it, and I think he made them bark. And he jumped him off sides, I believe. I think the defense did jump off sides. So
they're going
to call it against the Goblins. I thought they jumped, but we did.
I didn't see who did. I don't know if somebody moved, if their hand came up. It was subtle, whatever it was. I didn't see it.
I thought that the Devil Dogs definitely jumped. They didn't go into the neutral zone. So either way, right off the front end, the Goblins facing 1st and 15 after the offsides penalty. Snap, waiting. Jones has got it. Jones quick out. He's got a man. Oh, it's just off his hands. That was Bryant, I believe. Braden Bryant, the intended receiver on the far side. Or was that Sky Lee? I can't see the number from here. Either way, incomplete. So it'll bring out 2nd and 15 for the Goblins. That was Bryant.
Yeah, it was Bryant. Yeah, Jones came out quick. Again, it looks like kind of what Morrilton was trying to do, a really fast, a quick hitch first route. It was open, threw it a little bit hard.
Yeah, a little salty,
pretty good zip on it.
Yeah, he did. So now the Goblins will come out here, 12 seconds to go on the play clock. Just underway with their first drive. They'll move 2 to the far side. 1 will take the wing. The Goblins going left to right from our vantage point, 2nd and 15. Jones will hand it off. Hale hits the line of scrimmage. Hale gets 8 off the B gap back up to the 47. So gets it just beyond the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Goblins there.
I like that little H-back switch where you basically put 2 tight ends and then move them over to the same side. You're putting Morrilton in a lineup that you want and then moving them over. Sometimes Coach Keelan will move them. Sometimes they keep them where they are. It makes Morrilton not do all that funky stuff up front. They have to play straight up.
So we're starting to try to call their bluff here. Now Jones on 3rd down and 9. Gets a man in motion. Coming to the near side, Jones waiting the snap. Standing at his own 47, he has it. Quick hitch to the near side. It's Brumley. Brumley makes a man. Oh, he almost got loose, but he gets wrapped up and dropped at the line of scrimmage. Boy, if he would have made him miss there, he would have picked up the 1st down, but good tackle there by the Devil Dogs on defense. The Goblins will be forced to punt the ball away, or will they? Maybe try a little quick kick like they did with Jones the last time, I'm assuming. Either way, the play clock is moving. 22 seconds, they'll have to decide something here.
They put Morrilton in a situation. They went into motion. Morrilton didn't make a big adjustment, so I think they were in a zone defense, so they may be thinking throw it underneath this zone.
So the Goblins will line up to go for it anyway. Jones will have to hurry with 6 seconds on the play clock. Jones waiting on the snap, trying to bark him off sides. He's got it. Goblin's going to go straight up, try to go for long one. Oh, he's got a man. It's complete at the 10. Touchdown. Goblins, I believe it's Lightning. Lucas Brumley gets free and behind a man, and Brumley puts on 6 for the Goblins. What a huge play. 4th down and 8, and the Goblins score on a 50-yard pass play. Whoa, Nelly.
Well, Gavin Jones made a perfect throw. That was a perfect play call. Coach Keelan knew they were going to be they I think thought we were going to quick kick. I think they assumed that or tried to draw them off sides, caught them flat-footed, and Brumley just outran everybody.
And a beautiful pass right in his arms. The PAT is on the way, and it is good. The Goblins lead 7-0 with 9:43 score on their first possession. We'll be back with a kickoff after this. You're listening to Goblin Football on New Country 102.9.
Hi, I'm Jack.
Well, the word for that 4th down play is trust all the way around. Coach Keelan trusted his quarterback, trusted his receiver, and that paid off big. That's a tone setter right there off the front end, isn't it, Chad?
And you're right about the trust. As a player, to know your coach has that much trust in you because, like I said earlier, this is going to be a field position game. We could have put them in a really bad field position spot, but Coach Keelan saw that. He saw that was going to be there, and Jones patiently let that play unfold. Front side block, of course, offensive line did their job.
Bartwell kicks another short one, trying to get it up at the 35, catches on a dead run, and he's got room. Somebody needs to catch him, gets up to the 35-yard line and out of bounds at the Goblins' 33. So a good run back there as he catches it in full stride. Bartwell may not try to kick another one. You can definitely tell they studied his kickoffs, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. And what I can see is we don't really want to kick it to any of them. That's kind of what you feel from this is kick it short and go up and make the play. But he caught it full stride and just ran past everybody.
Maybe just try to get it through that initial line and just let it bound
let
and
it bounce
run.
around. Yeah,
that
exactly.
may be the thing to do. So now the Devil Dogs come out with great field position at the Goblins' 32-yard line to start their second drive. Barry in the shotgun formation, 4 wides, and they'll bunch him to the near side. They'll run it now. Tries to cut back. Oh, what a great tackle. Number 22 got a head of steam. That was Breland Criswell, and Criswell got initiated from the defense on that. Somebody crushed him.
He did. I missed it. I think it might have been McNutt, but, yeah, he got hit pretty hard. He paid the price
hammered
for that little run.
So quickly back up to the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 8 for the Devil Dogs. Barry shotgun formation. Same play. He gets a little more room this time, but not much more. Maybe 3 yards, get it up to the 27-yard line, they'll call it. So that'll create 3rd down now, and it looks like 3. Or they'll call it 4 now for the Devil Dogs. They're quickly coming back up. They're running a fast-paced offense here. Oh, they got offsides against the Goblins. And I believe it looks like McNutt's throwing his hands up saying they jumped, but it looks like they're going to mark it against the Goblins, and it's a 1st down for the Devil Dogs. Boy, we see that so often with this defense because they just want to come at you.
They do.
But McNutt kept saying, hey, it looks somebody moved, and I think he thought that they did. But either way, the official's not having any kind of lip, is he? He's just saying, no, that's the call, and we're going with it.
They're going with it. I didn't, I saw us jump. I don't know if their guy did or not, but here we go.
1st down and 10 for the Devil Dogs. The Goblins' 22-yard line. Back to pass is Barry. Barry's coming to the near side. Coverage there, and it's overthrown and incomplete. As Barry had him for just a step, but he overthrows him in the corner of the end zone.
Well, they got that ball downfield in a hurry. The receiver and the ball got downfield in a hurry. They've got some team speed. So do the Goblins. So there was good coverage on that play, and that's what we're going to have to do. We're just going to have to cover those receivers.
It took a perfect pass to complete that, and it was just a tad bit overthrown. So 2nd down and 10 now. The Goblins on defense. The Devil Dogs on offense. They'll hand it off again, trying to find a little room up the middle. The scat back can't get it that time. They smash him. That's the one thing about those smaller backs. They're quick, but they can also get hit hard. And he is getting hammered at the line of scrimmage. Criswell is getting initiated there at that line of scrimmage every time.
Yeah, it was Peyton Reese and McNutt that just he's not a very big dude. He got maybe a foot on that.
Criswell will go to the sidelines now as they go wide with 2 each side. Barry dropping, bat hacks a pocket, got a man in the crossing and had him, and he drops it. Oh, hits him in stride, and he might have gone into the end zone on that one, but it's dropped. So yet another pass from Barry. Barry's throwing fairly good balls.
Yeah, he's flinging it, and you had Brumley and Morris both there, but he got the ball in between them, and you're right. That was looking. There was a lot of space there.
So now Barry on 4th down and 10 at the Goblin 22. The Morrill Devil Dogs will go for it. Back to pass again. Barry's looking, has a man, the crossing pattern. It's complete. And both teams look like on 4th down here, they go for it and it's rewarded by a touchdown as the Devil Dogs score one with 8:07 left to go. Interesting. I don't think it would double down on that. I wonder what the odds would have been on that, Chad, with both teams scoring on 4th down on their second possession. That's pretty interesting here. Back-to-back, they've done it. And that makes it a 7-6 ball game with 8:07 left to go in the first quarter. The Devil Dogs will try the PAT to tie this game at 7. Waiting the snap. He's got it. The kick is up, and it is good. No good. He misses it wide to the left. So it's a 1-point ball game, 7-6. The Goblins maintain the lead. 8:07 left to go in the first. We'll be back with a kickoff in 30. You're listening to Goblin Football on 102.9.
At 870-743-1014.
7-6 the score. The Goblins still lead here with 8:07 left to go in the first. They'll get their second possession. They score on their first on 4th down. The Devil Dogs answer on 4th down, do the same thing. So what we expected, Chad, is looking like it's manifesting.
Yep, impressive play all around. It was not bad defense, and you got a quarterback that can throw the ball 30 yards downfield on a bullet right into the numbers. You're going to give up some points tonight.
And Barry can fling it. So far, he's been hitting them. They've just been dropping it. So now the kickoff is a bullet. Oh, they've got to get on that quick. So they cover it at the 1 to see what he can do. Coming back to the inside, get back to the 15, 16-yard line. The Goblins will start from there. They'll have to be content to start from their own 16 on that one. That was a line drive kick. It barely handled by Noah Morris.
Yeah, Morris made a good play just to salvage that one. That thing was coming at him 100 miles an hour, and he did a good job of picking it up and making something out of nothing.
And credit Morris, he knew he had time, so he didn't get hurried there. That was really good to see. He just kind of took his time and said, okay, we're fine. We're going to be good.
Yeah, that's experience. That's a senior. No panic. Just make the play, and he did.
Cooper Campbell in the game. He's going to set the wing. 2 wideouts to the far side. They'll stack it to the strong side. He'll come to the weak side. Jones will to throw the ball. Oh, he's got – oh, man, that field has got to be slick. That's the third receiver to slip down to try to come back to the football. That was Jenner Thomas, and Thomas was open, and it was a good pass, but he just lost his footing, blew out a tire, and it was incomplete.
Yeah, Jones was rolling right, and we'll probably see a lot of that, especially when we're on the middle to the left hash. We'll see Jones rolling right and getting out of some of that pressure, giving himself space to throw or run.
That was a really good pass. It would have been complete if Thomas could have kept his feet. But you can see that feels a little slick out there.
I think it is a little bit slick.
I guess the dew is starting to settle. 2 wides to the far side of the field. That's the strong side. Oh, the snap, and Jones barely hangs on to it. Jones trying to get some room. Jones got some room. He's at the 30, the 35, the 40. Jones cuts back against the grain. Jones down at the 50-yard line, and he's tackled at the 49, and Jones does his magic. Gavin Jones runs the ball a long ways. What an impressive run that was by the Goblin quarterback.
Well, Jones turned that into – that was a nothing play. He had nothing. The snap was a little high. Yeah. He juggled the snap.
Yeah.
And I don't think that play worked from the beginning, and Jones turned it into a 36-yard gain.
What a run. That's an athlete. He kept seeing holes and gaps, and he kept finding them. And that's a great athlete right there. Gavin Jones picks up the first down for the Goblins. 7:20 left to go in the first quarter. Jones the shotgun, first down, New life for the Goblins inside Devil Dog territory. Handed off to Eddings. Eddings gets a couple, maybe 3 down to the 45 off the B gap on the far side. 2nd down and 7 for the Goblins from there.
Eddings with a good, strong run. And every now and then, you do have to establish a run game. You need a good, solid 3-yard run. Make that defense, keep that defense honest. That gives your quarterback the opportunity to do what he just did. You throw that little swing pass to the left, run it up the middle, and then your quarterback can scramble and do some things. So we're setting them up well right now.
It sounds so cliche that you got to establish a run to pass the ball, but that is it in football, isn't it?
You have to. 2
wides to the near side, 1 in the slot to the far side. Jones in the shotgun formation, clock on the move in the first quarter, 6:30 left to go here in the first. Goblins with the lead 7-6. Jones trying to pick a hole. Jones swallowed up at the line of scrimmage, gains none on that one, as there was just nothing. There was a wall of Spartans. It looked like.
Yeah.
And, there was no room to run because every gap was plugged. So good job on the defense by the Devil Dogs. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Goblins at the Devil Dog 45.
Yeah, that was a good play. It was the right play call. The defense made a good play. They guessed right, so the defense made a good play call on us to see that coming, and they had everybody at the point of attack.
Well, Cody McNabb, the coach for the Devil Dogs, got a lot of respect from Coach Keelan on this side.
Yeah.
So 2 really good coaches going at each other, 2 good teams. Shotgun formation, big 3rd down for the Goblins. Jones is going to throw it. He's under pressure. Jones escapes the pocket, and the pressure, he gets it down to the 30-yard line, and I believe Brumley makes the tackle. Lightning Lucas. Brumley slides the balls behind him. He catches the ball, loses his helmet, comes off to the sideline. His nose is bleeding, and he didn't care.
No.
Brumley with a magnificent catch. Look at him. He's definitely – his nose is bleeding, I believe.
He got his helmet knocked off completely. He had to come out of the game because his helmet was knocked off. But, yeah, he got hit on the ground, which arguably that would have been a targeting hit, I would think.
Yes. Well, he's finally he's going to walk it off, but, boy, you can tell he's in some pain over there.
Yeah, he got hit hard.
So now up the middle with Keelan Eddings. Eddings goes all the way to the 15-yard line. Killian Eddings. Oh, there was a hole you could drive a Mack truck through there. The Goblins do a great job. And right now, you're starting to see the Goblins rear their head, getting the momentum, putting pressure on these Devil Dogs. That's how you get them to fold, is just keep hitting them in the mouth.
That's Ricky Baker, Brody Weeks, and Tate Robertson saying, we've thrown a couple of nice plays, but watch what we can do right up the middle of the defense.
Boy, did they ever there. So new life again for the Goblins. 4:50 left to go in the first. The Goblins threaten to score on their second drive here as well. Fake up or they'll give it to Eddings. Eddings hits the gap, keeps his feet moving. Look at that run. All the way up to the 9-yard line goes Eddings. And, man, Killian Eddings is running like a man possessed out there. He just kept his legs moving and just moved that pile. And he'll come out for a play. Hale will take his spot. Boy, it's nice to have a 1-2 punch like that at running back.
Well, you can't, if you're Morrilton, you can't take a breather and say, oh, good, Eddings is out, because then here comes Hale.
These guys are a 1-2 punch for sure.
I believe that's Justice Spencer playing that left tackle position, and he just mowed some people over. We got the big boys out there.
That's for sure. So now 2nd down and 4, the ball at the 9-yard line of the Devil Dogs. The Goblins threatening. Low snap, gives it to Eddings again, or check that. That's Hale. Hale's got room, and he gets into the end zone. Isaiah Hale scores on the Goblins' second possession. 2 for 2 for the Goblins for tonight. 2 touchdowns in a row. And the Goblins are trying to make it now what would be a 9-point game if they can do it.
What a great play. Hale saw that, and he delayed. A lot of running backs want to hit the hole as fast as they can. Hale got to the spot, the point of attack, and then delayed, waited for his blocking to unfold, and then he got to the end zone.
Bartwell with the extra point. The kick is up, and it is no good as well. So we'll stay at 13-6. Wow. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the kickoff right after this. You're listening to Goblin Football on New Country 102.9. So the Goblins lead 13-6. A great drive. Chad, man, that was a very impressive drive by the Goblins. They're maintaining possession, running the ball, throwing the ball, all of that lined up, didn't it?
Yeah, they did. They're doing what they have to do. They're making the defense be honest and play honest. I think we'll see hopefully a little different kickoff this time and maybe get something on the ground so Morrilton doesn't have that running start this time. But, yeah, the Goblins are looking good offensively, and they came out solid defensively as well.
3:55 left to go in the first quarter. The Goblins lead 13-6, and they'll kick it off here the third time to the Devil Dogs. We'll see if the Goblins, last time defensively, the Goblins started deep in their own territory defensively. Hopefully they'll get a better starting position on defense this time. Kick is a high one and it's deep. At least he gives him a little room, fielded at the 15-yard line. Trying to come back, trying to find a gap. Everybody's maintaining control, and he breaks out. Goes the other way at the 35. One man to meet is Bartwell, and Bartwell's not going to catch him. Brumley's trying to get there. Brumley brings him down at the 6-yard line. Are you kidding me? Lightning Lucas Brumley somehow gets over there. I don't know who that was. Was that Brumley or was it Morris? One of those two, but they were flying out the backside, and it was the only guy that had a chance. That was Noah Morris that ran him down. Wow. Noah Morris caught him somehow, and I don't know how because that was a touchdown all the way. So special teams are going to have to tighten up a lot here.
Yeah.
We're going to have to try some other kickoff because there was 2 in a row that were bad.
Well, Morrilton waited until right before he kicked, and they switched spots.
So shotgun formation, they'll hand it off up the middle. The Goblins will stack him there at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there. So this will be something that really is impressive. Noah Morris, again, just never gave up on that play. Bartwell had a shot at him. The receiver, the runner, got past him. The only man to beat was Morris, and he came all the way from the far side of the field. Let's see if the Goblins can maintain on defense. High snap, quick throw, and it is in the end zone, and I don't know if he caught it or not. He did. Yes. Wow, what a great catch. Good throw to the end zone. Berry with a nice throw there. Maddox Berry puts it in the end zone, scores for the Devil Dogs, and you got to think now that they're going to go for it here, a 2-point conversion, you would think.
Yeah, that's we're playing against a pretty good quarterback, and what I said earlier, this may not be a shootout. I might have been wrong because it's starting to look like it may be a shootout.
So now they'll actually go for a PAT to try to tie the football game here at 13. Waiting on the snap, it's a high one. The kick is up, and it's blocked by the Goblins, so it'll remain a 1-point lead for the Goblins. We may have a PAT game here by the time this is all finished. 3:11 left to go in the first. We'll be back with a kickoff. The Goblins will get it when we return. You're listening to Goblin Football on New Country 102.9. Devil Dogs will tee it up the 40-yard line. Morrilton trails by a point here, 13-12. The score, the Goblins on top here at home in a very big ball game, and you can tell both teams understand that, Chad, by the way they're playing.
Yeah, both teams came to play. It is so far, Morrilton has had a couple of good kick returns, and that's put them in a position to score. So it's a special teams game so far. Defense, when the other team gets the ball on the 6-yard line, it's hard for your defense to stop them.
Aaron Atchelez will kick it off. He will boom another one, and that's another deep, good punt down to the 5-yard line, fielded there by Morris. Coming back the other way, trying to find some room, breaks a tackle, still on his feet at the 30. Turns the quarter 35. What a great run by Noah Morris, who throws the ball up and says, thank you very much.
We may get a face mask at the end of it, too. I think that first attempted tackle might have grabbed him in the face.
And there is a flag. Is there a flag down there? Is. So is it going to be – that's way back there, so I don't know if that's a holding call against the Goblins or what that's going to be. Oh, man. So after a great return, the Goblins are going to face holding at the 20, so that'll back it up at the 10. So the Goblins looking at going from the 35-yard line now starting at their own 10 thanks to a holding penalty.
Yeah, notice he moved it outside the 20 so that the penalty would take us to the 10, because if it was inside the 20, it would have been half the distance to the goal.
So there it is.
So it would have saved us a couple of yards. But he moved the flag after he threw it.
So now the Goblins will come out on their third drive. They're successful 2 in a row. See what they do here. They've got to go 90 yards to do it again if they do it here. 2 wides to the far side. The Goblins at their own 10-yard line. Jones waiting on the snap, standing at his own 5 in the shotgun. Jones waiting for that snap. He has it. He's going to hand it off quick around the inside. Oh, look out. Hale's got a little room. Check that. That was a fake. That he took that very well. That was a great fake. I think it was Jones that kept the football, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did.
Good execution, because I thought sure Hale had the football, and 5 other Morrilton Devil Dogs thought he did too.
Yeah, that was a good little zone read, and Jones sold it and picked up 4 out of it.
So Jones had 4 on the play. That was a really good run by Gavin Jones there. Fooled me. I thought Isaiah Hale had the football. So now Jones will take command yet again, 2nd down and 5, they'll call it for the Goblins there. Shotgun formation. Jones has it. He's going to hand it off. Got some room. That is McNutt down to the 20-yard line. McNutt gets very near the first down. Let's see where they mark him.
He got it.
He's got it. So Eli McNutt in there running the ball. He gets the first down, moved the chain for the Goblins. New life there at the 21.
Good to see McNutt getting involved in the offense. That was a strong run. Morrilton did that little stem on the front line. The offensive line picked it up and did a great job of getting their block.
2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. The clock is on the move. The Goblins lead by a point, 13-12. Jones in the shotgun. He'll hand it off again. They'll stay with McNutt. McNutt spins around. He gets down to the 27 on a good run by McNutt. Picks up 7 on the carry. McNutt looks like he's doing really fine with that knee tonight. It's a good spin move. Picks up another couple of yards after contact.
I think Morrilton so far doesn't quite have an answer for that play, because that's basically the same play Eddings and Hale and now McNutt are getting yardage on, and I think we'll see it a lot tonight.
Well, and McNutt brings about another 35 pounds, too. Shotgun formation. Jones has it. He's going to hand it off to McNutt again. McNutt hits the line, gets maybe 3, but I believe he's going to pick up the first down. That's enough for the first down, yes, and it will be. McNutt just backs across the line of scrimmage. McNutt's going to stay in there. Eli says, don't pull me out. Give me the ball again.
Well, I mean, they hit him 2 yards downfield, which is what they want to do, and then he ends up getting 4 yards on the play because he's going to fall forward. And if you can't knock him back, you're not going to have a lot of success tackling him.
Hey, a kid that can squat next to 400-plus pounds, no, you will not.
No, it's going to I mean, it is. This is the advantage the Goblins have. They have 3 people in the backfield, really 4 with Jones, that you have to gain tackle. You have to have more than one person at the point of attack.
Goblins come out. They'll stack the far side. That's the wide side of the field. And they're pointing. They're saying the Goblins jumped off. Oh, man, I think they're helping the officials a little bit here. Moreland came up and said, hey, he jumped. And so the official didn't throw the flag until Morrilton pointed. Interesting.
I didn't really realize that the offense was set at that point, but
it didn't appear to be. That's what got me. I didn't think they were either.
Still approaching the line of scrimmage.
So it was a little quick with the trigger there. First down at 15, the Goblins at their own 27. Shotgun formation, McNutt gets it to the far side. McNutt keeps his feet moving down to the 31. So Eli picks the penalty yards back up, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Be 2nd down and 10 for the Goblins from there.
There's Justice Spencer downfield blocking for him, too. This offensive line is pretty motivated to do some things in this football game.
So the Goblins have the ability to run it out in the first quarter. There's 12 or 13 seconds left to go on the game clock in the first quarter, and I think that's exactly what they'll do. So we'll take it to the second quarter. The Goblins will face 2nd down and 12 at their own 30. When we return, you're listening to Goblin Football on New Country 102.9.
We're The Voice, a family dedicated to building trust and protecting homes, just like our own.
When it comes to your home, you want the
Might
best.
try to get into here, I'll see.
Okay. Yeah, looks like we have time. I like to see McNutt getting involved in the offense.
Yes.
And your
If you
investment.
get him
We
a gap,
specialize in indoor
I still
roofing
think you
systems,
got to get
ensuring
it
every detail is
in
handled with
Lucas
precision.
Brownlee's
Our team will
hands.
work
Yeah.
tirelessly to bring your roof to the highest
Yeah.
standard.
Of course, that's one thing they may be doing is trying to lull them. Hey, you're gonna have to stack the box to stop McNutt, and then we're gonna throw it again.
1940.
Try to get another one.
Okay, yeah, plenty of time there. Not even have to.
For over 40 years, you've depended on Block's Body Shop to get your damaged vehicle back to new. From minor dents to major collisions, you can count on Block's for professional service and repair. Located at 201 North Sycamore. Drop by for free estimates or questions. Call 741-6777. Block's Body Shop.
12 minutes left to go in the first half. Start of the second quarter here. The Goblins find themselves on offense at their own 30. 2nd down and 12. leading by a point, 13-12. The score, the Goblins successful on their first 2 series with a touchdown. See if they can answer it here. McNutt right beside Jones in the shotgun. They'll put a man in the slot to the near side. They have it. Jones is going to throw it. Jones looks long, goes to this far side, pockets collapses. Now Jones got a little room, dumps it. Oh, he throws it over his head. And you know Jones wanted that one back. He had his man. He could have run the ball or throw it. He throws it to Morris, and he throws it over the intended receiver's head.
Yeah, he really did. That was a good both of them made a play out of that. That wasn't the intended play at all. He was looking to throw downfield, and Jones just got a little quick with the release and threw it over. He saw it, and I think it surprised him how open he was.
Yes.
And he reacted just a little too quick.
And he could have actually ran the ball and let him, Thomas, that was Thomas, the 10 receiver. He could have been the blocker in that play. But now the Goblins placing a 3rd down and 12 at their own 30. They'll split 3 wides. McNutt's in that group to the far side. Jones has the snap. Jones looking that way. Oh, Jones is going to be flushed out of the pocket. Got away with a holding call there, I think the Goblins did, because that was, I don't know anything but that, but there's going to be
They threw the flag.
Yeah, they did throw the flag. So they'll probably be declined, I would think, and bring up 4th down because Jones didn't get back to the original line of scrimmage, I don't believe.
They may want to bump us back to the 10 because that's on the 20 as well.
Yeah, field position.
They might take this.
Yeah, because that would put us way back. That would be a 20-yard
they might
penalty.
do it. Normally, I would say they would decline, but
No, in this case, you probably would because that took place 10 yards deep in the backfield, and
No,
they're going
they
to
declined
they are going to decline
take
it.
4th down.
Okay. Well, it's not a bad thought there, Chad.
Yeah,
I mean, because you want to play field position, but
Yeah.
you give the Goblins another shot
give
at
them
it.
down.
So you make them punt it away here, and you know the Goblins are going to do that.
that 50-yard touchdown pass on 4th down is fresh on their mind. They hadn't forgotten about that one yet, so they
the
decided.
Goblins are going to keep Jones in there like they're going for it, but you know that they're going to probably quick kick it here, you would think.
Yeah.
Now Jones is going to drop back a little further in the shotgun. McNutt will take the wing. Ty Bundy out there as well on the other side, and they'll punt it away. Good punt, end over end. It's a good one by Jones. It bounds up, and he's going to try to catch it on the fly. He does. At the 30, and he gets back to the 40-yard line and out of bounds there, and he goes down. They didn't throw. They was wanting to flag there, but he just fell when he hit the out of bounds line. So just tripped over the hash mark.
Yeah, it's a pretty good punt there, but he just sort of stumbled. There wasn't much contact.
I thought that was going to take a better Goblin roll, but it went straight up in the air.
Yeah.
And if it would have taken a Goblin roll, it would have rolled quite a ways. There was nobody there.
I know it. I like to see the ball on the ground against these guys because they've got a pretty good – their special teams have shown that they're pretty solid. So the fact that they're starting just outside the 40 is good news.
So at the 41-yard line, the Devil Dogs will start at their own 42, I should say. Barry in the shotgun formation, 2 wides to each side, a man in the wing. Now they'll put a man in motion to the far side. They'll pitch it to him. Cuts back to the inside, finds a little gap, but the Goblins close quickly up to the 45-yard line. Goes the scat back there. Once he hits the hole, he's fast, isn't he?
He is quick, and
He
that's
is
technically a pass. So if they fumble it, it's an incomplete pass, and it's basically a jet sweep. But, yeah, he goes in motion, runs that sweep quick.
Shotgun formation for Barry. 2 wides to the far side, moving left to right are the Devil Dogs. Quick out pass. It's incomplete again on the little quick out. I think Barry's throwing that ball just a little quick, and his receivers are turning around just as the ball's getting there, and they're not able to. The timing seems a little off.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback. He's got a really quick release, and he throws the ball really hard, which means it has to be on the money. And he is throwing it before they're seeing it, so it's not giving the receivers any chance to adjust.
Big 3rd down here, 3rd and 6 at the 46-yard line. They're going to bring in an audible here, 17 seconds left to go on the play clock. Barry gets everybody set, and he's got ready for the snap at the 40. He's got it. Stepping back's got a man. Oh, he turns and throws it at his feet.
Yeah.
I don't know if the receiver planted too far down the field or Barry just an errant pass, but either way, the Devil Dogs will be forced to punt it away here. What was that, Chad? It appeared to me that maybe the receiver went a little long, didn't cut.
I think
he went
I think he was thinking like a 12-yard stop route, and the receiver went a little further down the field. And McNutt was out there like he was going to be in coverage. It looked like McNutt was going to be man coverage, and then he rushed. And I think the receiver the rule might have been to shut your route down a little quicker.
And then again, you got to get rid of the ball with McNutt in your face.
Yeah, you can't.
Punt is on the way, and boy, it's a boomer down at the 12-yard line but received there by Bryant. Bryant works his way back to the 21 and a salty little run back by him.
Play.
Boy, to be able to catch that ball and get anything out of it, credit Braden Bryant with a good return. So the Goblins will start there at their own 21-yard line with 10:57 left to go in the first half, leading 13-12 in a great ball game here in Harrison.
Yeah, that's a good start. That was a nice play by Bryant. That was a tough punt to deal with. I really thought it was going to go over his head. So for him to even catch it and then to come out and produce 10 yards out of it was a really nice play to get us started. Really one of our better field positions of the night so far. Morrilton has won the field position game so far.
He 6'2" is Brian. He needed all 6'2" of that frame to get to that ball. So now the Goblins will come out, start at their own 21-yard line. Just under 11 minutes left to go in the second. And Jones in the shotgun formation. The Goblins moving right to left. Jones has it. Eddings has the ball, gets off the B gap. Nice run by Eddings to the 25, they'll call it. 3 yards and a cloud of dust. Goes Killian. No, that's Isaiah Hale.
Yeah. Credit Dayton Waters, too. The Morrilton defense is doing, they're stemming all over the place, and Waters doesn't even flinch. He knows who he's supposed to block. Well-coached offensive line. This is really nice to see because it is difficult. So Coach Greg Cross does a good job of making sure we know who to pick up when they're doing all those stems.
He gains 4 on the play. You do that, you can just do it all day long. So let's see what the Goblins do here. Second down, and they'll call it 6. Shotgun formation for Jones. He has it on the pitch. He'll keep it up the middle. Nice read by Jones. 35-40. Jones cuts back again. Jones gets to the 45-yard line, and Jones picks up the first down on a 22-yard run. He is a threat to run the football, and we haven't seen that until just the last 2 or 3 games that Jones has become a true threat to run the football.
He really has, and he's so good after that second level. You know, he had great blocking up front to get him out into space, but once he gets into space, he makes cuts going full speed. He runs like a running back, not like a quarterback.
He floats through there, doesn't he?
He really does.
He
is an athlete.
Very good athlete. So Jones picks up the first down with his feet. 9:40 left to go. The clock on the move. The Goblins are as well at their own 45. Hale gets the ball, keeps his feet moving. Look at Hale get 4 yards after contact. He's still on his feet, and it takes a swarm to bring him down. They're still trying to tackle him, and he finishes the play on his feet.
Yep.
So Isaiah Hale gets 4 yards, and you're talking about yard after contact. That was all 4 of those were a yak, weren't they?
Yeah, I mean, he just kept it moving. Our offensive line is doing such a good job. That was just a nice little stretch play. Everybody takes a step to the right, blocks whoever shows up, and then Hale makes a read. 4 yards of the play. If they can't stop us more than that, they're just not going to be able to stop us.
I tell you, it's going to be a long night because right now the Goblins are starting to find their rhythm on that offensive line, and they're moving the football yet again here. Under 9 minutes left to go in the first half. The Goblins lead 13-12. Jones, the ball gets somehow – what in the world has happened here? Bodies flying everywhere. Jones didn't even get the ball. It didn't get snapped.
I think
it was
everybody but the center took off on that play.
Wow, so everybody jumped off sides except the center. So I'm assuming the center is at fault in that case.
I would think so. I think the center is one that I believe that's Denver Wool too. Denver.
How coincidental is that? Whenever everyone else jumps and you don't snap the ball, that's.
I was trying to watch the offensive line, and I was watching, and there was one guy wasn't moving, and then unfortunately it was the guy with the ball.
I just saw bodies flying everywhere and no football, and that was a little weird. So now the Goblins, after a 5-yard false start penalty by everybody except the center. Now the Goblins need to get it off quicker. They're going to get a delay of game. 2 seconds, 1 second. Jones getting the ball. He's got it. Jones is going to quick out. No, he's got to run it now. Jones trying to find some room. Jones can't find it there. Jones barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. And Jones just was dancing a jig back there trying to find some gap. And Jones a little shaken up after that as he gets gang tackled at the line of scrimmage. So now a big third down coming up for the Goblins here. It'll be 3rd and 11. From their own 45.
Denver Wool did his job that time, though. Nice snap, going in the hurry-up offense, no panic, and he did his job. So made a mistake, came back, and made a great play the next play.
So the Goblins look like they may be calling a timeout here because I think they're going to talk about it, and they will. 8 seconds left to go on the play clock. They'll let it run down and call a timeout. So with a break in the action, the Goblins will call a timeout to talk about it with 3rd and 11, and that's where we'll join them when we return. You're listening to Goblin Football on New Country 102.9. Ball at the Goblin 45-yard line, 3rd and 11 now from the 45 for the Goblins from there. McNutt is in the backfield as well as Jones is in shotgun. Sky Lee is out there. Sky Lee is now taking the wing on the far side with a big 3rd down and 11 here for the Goblins. The ball at the 45, leading 13-12. And Jones standing at his own 40, waiting the shotgun. 3 wide, that's all. It's an errant snap. Jones has got to get on it, and he's swarmed under. He's lucky to get the ball. And way down the field, there's extracurricular activity. And I don't know who the blame was there. There's
strange.
Bodies flying everywhere. And somebody was way downfield causing trouble.
That was an offensive lineman.
That was an offensive lineman that far down.
Yeah,
Wow.
I guess that was a run play.
It must have been, because that certainly would have been an illegal man downfield, wouldn't it? So either way, on the loss and the sack at the 35, the Goblins will be forced to punt it away again. Jones will do that. Now they'll tighten up, and they'll punt it away. Sky Lee and Eli McNutt guarding the wings, and quickly Jones gets it away.
Got hit, got the
and
penalty.
It's a 15-yard penalty coming up here. As running into the kicker, a personal foul, 15 yards will give the Goblins a 1st down.
Yeah, that's a big play.
Trying to get in there, and it was a big dude trying to block him. He couldn't stop his momentum, and Jones is just saying, you can lip all you want to lip, buddy, but that was it.
Yep.
So now 15 yards, and the Goblins will pick up a 1st down and roughing the kicker. Personal foul. Whoa, what a time to get that. That was huge. Both of these offenses come out and had kind of some fire, and then all of a sudden they start to die. Both of these teams kind of gone sputtered out here offensively, and now you have a big penalty here for the Devil Dogs. Let's see if the Goblins can convert. The ball moves up to the 50, and they get a new set of downs.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that you're trying to quick kick. It doesn't matter who it is, if it's your quarterback or whatever. You can't make contact after he's kicked that ball, and that's what happened on that play.
So now, Jones, 1st down and 10 for the Goblins. Ball at the 45-yard line. New life after all, and it's Jones gets keeper. Jones has got some room. Jones at the 30. Jones turns on the gas, goes to the end of the end zone, and he is in. Oh, man. Gavin Jones just keeps creating distance as he's trying to separate, going to the corner of the end zone, and Gavin Jones on a nice little read tucks the ball away, hits the B gap, and has a lot of room to run. Touchdown, Goblins.
I don't know if Morrilton watched enough film on Gavin Jones and his speed, because their pursuit angles weren't very good. I think he surprised them with how fast he is.
Wow.
He was in full stride after 2 steps.
He doesn't look as fast as he is, because he doesn't look that fast when he runs, but he certainly is.
But he covers some good. It's long strides, and it's smooth, and it's deceptive.
So the Goblins will kick the PAT. It is up, and it is finally good. The team finally makes a PAT. So 20-12 is the score. The Goblins go up by 8 with 6:34 left to go in the first half. We'll take a break. You're listening to Goblin Football on New Country 102.9. So the Goblins 20-12 is the score. They take the lead on a nice run by Gavin Jones. Chad, that was a good read, wasn't it? I mean, that was an option, obviously, a read option. And he keeps that ball right to the last minute in Eli McNutt's gut, and then pulls it away, sees that gap, and heads for home.
Well, in your offensive line, they're adjusting to what Morrilton's trying to do up front. So they created a space, and all he needed was space, and that's what they gave him. His offense, it's hard to credit one guy on that offensive line because all of them did their job. And when Gavin Jones gets into space, he sees things well, and he saw the defense. He saw what happened. He just sort of made his way to the left side and got into the end zone. Huge penalty, and the Goblins took advantage of it.
You got McNutt, you got Hale, you got Eddings, and you got Jones, all 4 that can run the football. Yeah. So the Goblins kind of found their magic. Oh, so a little short, quick kick. It looks like they were trying to squib one. I don't even know if that was an onside attempt, but either way, the Morrilton Devil Dogs do a good job of covering it at the 42. So they'll start off in good field position. Again, you're right, Chad. They've won the field position game so far, haven't they?
They really have, and it's been their special teams has been that's what scored their points. They're really not moving the ball that great on offense. Their special teams has produced some things, and I think our coaching staff has finally said we're just going to give them the ball around the 40. You know, you could just kick it out of bounds, I guess, and give it to them on the 35.
Well, they've taken 2 pretty close to the house for that matter, so you don't want that to happen again.
No, you don't.
Now the Devil Dogs out there trailing by 8, 20-12 to score. The Goblins on top. Barry waiting for the snap. He'll put a man in motion to the far side. He'll take his place by the quarterback. Barry has it. Quick out, the screen pass in the flat, and trying to get there in all good coverage by the corner. And I believe that was Noah Morris making a good read on that, staying home. He had a blocker, and Morris just tackled both of them
Morris,
at the same time.
just went through the blocker, and then Sky Lee shows up a half second later from the middle linebacker position to finish that play. And that's the type of thing that Morrilton wants it out in space, but they're not used to having those guys cover the space that
Boy,
way.
and they are covering well. The Goblins doing a very good job on defense. They'll put a man in motion, looking to the near side. Sky Lee gets some penetration, a little screen pass or a little slant to the inside, and maybe a gain of 2 on the play. Not much as the Goblins read that one. Linebackers make the play at the 45, so it'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Devil Dogs from their own 45.
Morrilton's really not having a lot of success on offense. They've not established a running game at all. They've only had a couple runs, so this is a good stop for the defense if we could just get them right here.
Barry in the shotgun, far side looking for it. He has a man, and I believe they're going to call that a catch. Wow, he kept his feet down, and I don't know how. Wow, that was a great catch if he did catch it. I don't know how in the world he got his feet down, but he did, they said, and that moves the chains. The Devil Dogs gained 10 on the play, and that moves the chains. Whoa, big play for the Devil Dogs.
That was
there.
a big play. That was a nice throw and catch, a perfect throw where nobody else can catch it, and you made a great play.
And the receiver, a great catch there.
Really
on the
did make a great play.
They'll give it up the middle on a little delay, nothing doing there, maybe a yard, give him maybe a yard and a half. Goblins do a good job of closing there, don't they? It's open there for just a second, then the Goblins see that coming.
Yeah.
And they close quickly. Now, speaking of quickly, the Devil Dogs back up to the line of scrimmage. Clock is on the move with 4:30 left to go in the first half. Barry in the shotgun. They're ready for it. Barry has it. Looking back. Pocket collapses on him. Overthrows it. He had to get rid of that one fast.
Yeah,
Double coverage down the field and all the way around. That was a good defensive play by the Goblins because the Goblins had double coverage on the receiver and 3 men in Barry's face. Barry had to get rid of that ball quick, Chad.
Yeah, Mason Isbell was right there, and then he had a couple other guys, plus the coverage was great, and he overthrew it. You know, he's got such a good arm, but when he cuts it loose, it's almost anybody's ball.
More than a 50-50 ball. Two
that
wides to each side. Shotgun formation. He'll come to the near side. They'll hand it off, and that's a slow developing play, but he does get some positive yardage. How he did, I don't know. That was a little delayed trickery draw there play on handing it to the running back, and it looked like he was stopped in the backfield, but he gains 5 up the A-gap, so that'll create a 4th and manageable here. So obviously the Devil Dogs will go for it at the Goblins' 41-yard line. 4th and 4 here, big down for the Goblins defense. Well, they audible out. Barry's is going to audible out. They're looking for another play, and now they're ready to go. Goblins will adjust their defense as well. Shotgun formation. Barry, here comes a big 4th down. Barry looking for it, throwing it long. Has a man, it's just off his fingertips, incomplete. And the Goblins will take over on downs. That was a really good pass.
That was.
But a one-handed catch attempt falls to the ground, and the Goblins will take over after a great defensive stand. That gives you a little more swagger, doesn't it, on defense every time.
When your quarterback makes a perfect throw and your receiver runs a perfect route, but the coverage is so good. I mean, this defensive secondary has really earned their spot in this game. That was a tough play. And credit the Goblins. They were just all over that play, pressure on the quarterback, good coverage downfield, our ball.
So the Goblins leading by 8, 20-12 is the score. They have the ball back at their own 41. Jones in the shotgun. They'll try it again up the middle, and this time the Devil Dogs just swarm the line of scrimmage and smash Eddings to the ground. Big number 35 comes unblocked at Shane Willis. 6 foot, 211 pounds, and all 211 landed square on top of Killian Eddings after he got smashed. So that's 2nd down and 10 now, no gain on that one.
Yeah, that's one of those. Sometimes the worst hits in football are when you hit the ground. That's one of those where hitting the ground was way worse than getting hit by the guy because he had the full weight on top of him.
Absolutely. Eddings is still in the ball game. He'll take his place to the left, Jones. Shotgun formation, 2 wide to the near side, to the far side. That's the weak side. Look at Jones run the football at the 40. Jones keeps it to the 50. Jones gets down to the 45-yard line, and Gavin Jones is tap dancing his way through these Morrilton Devil Dogs. I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback look so graceful and so smooth running the football than Jones is tonight. He had to learn, and he just kind of stepped gingerly out of bounds.
Yeah.
I'm really
After
blown
all
away.
of that, he doesn't. They don't even. And it's kind of. He wasn't taunting them, but it almost feels like he is because it's like y'all didn't even hit me that whole play.
Thank you very much. We'll take the first down. So now the Goblins with new life. 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Jones awaiting the snap, standing at the 50, hands it to Eddings. Eddings tries to make his way. Oh, good play by Eddings. Eddings dings only 2 on that play, but boy, Killian Eddings kept his feet moving, does a 360 and gains 2 in a very tough run.
Yeah, Killian Eddings saw the hole. There wasn't much there. He made an adjustment outside, got some positive yards out of that play.
Now the Goblins can really do a lot of damage here. 2:30 left to go in the first half. The clock on the move favoring the Goblins. They lead by 8. If you can score here, you get the ball at half and double dip. Let's see if the Goblins can take advantage. Shotgun formation, Jones standing at the 47. He'll hand it off. Eddings will get the call again. He's rustled to the ground at the 44. So that'll create 3rd down and 8, it looks like, on no gain after that. He'll actually lost a yard, it looks like, yard and a half. So he's back to almost to the original line of scrimmage. So at the 44-yard line, the Goblins will be faced 3rd down and 9.
Got Morrilton really playing that play now. They're slanting to the right side, and they're pulling pretty hard to that right side. I have a feeling we're going to see a play-action pass.
The Devil Dogs still have 3 timeouts. I'm surprised I'm not seeing them use one. I'm sure they will here. Shotgun formation, Jones awaiting the snap. Jones is going to throw it. Jones rolls out. Jones being pursued from the backside. Jones gets it, threads a needle, and I believe it's incomplete. You have to see the ball on the ground, and somebody, I don't know the intended receiver to that side, but it was thrown just a tad low. And that looks like, I believe, Cooper Campbell, the intended receiver. So that'll bring 4th down and 9. The clock stops on the play, on the pass, on the incompletion. So with 1:40 left, 4th down and 9 at their own 44. Chad, this is really a jump ball what you do here, right? I mean, you go for it, but it's 4th and 9. So, kind of logistics would almost tell you to punt the football away, burn it off, go into the half with 8-point lead, and don't give them any kind of field position. But quick kick it down to the 10 and make them go the distance. But the Goblins will take another timeout here. Yes, they will. So the Goblins will take a timeout to talk about it on 4th and 9. It's 20-12 is the score. We'll have 4th down when we return after 30 seconds. You're listening to Goblin Football on New Country 102.9. So we're talking about scenarios here with 4th and 9. You're suggesting maybe throw it to McNutt on a kind of out route and see if they intercept it. So what? It's a long punt. A good thought, but if it's incomplete, it comes back to the 44 with 1:40, and the Devil Dogs with all 3 of their timeouts here. So Goblins look to probably punt this away. As Jones is standing at his own 50, he'll probably take a deeper drop here. As McNutt and Sky Lee, check that now. McNutt's taking the far side on the wing. Let's see what they do here. It's when you got a quarterback that can kick it, they'll go ahead and kick it away. But it does add a little different dimension to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. And that was a nice play. He punts it sky high to the 15-yard line, and now you give Morrilton a lot of field to work with.
And forces a fair catch at the 15. So that was a really good punt by Jones. But it does add a whole lot of thickness because all of a sudden as a defender, you're looking at McNutt going on the wing, and you go, wait a minute, what's going on there? So it does keep you guessing at any point the Goblins could jump out of that punt position and throw a pass.
Yeah, I had no idea what we were going to do until it hit his foot. I mean, you're thinking all the way through, well, they could snap it to Jones and he might throw it. And I think that was probably what they were considering doing.
It's a really good plan to do on the punt side of things. I like the way they're doing this. Now, Morrilton will just try to get some ground up the middle. They'll get to the 20, and that's about all they'll get, maybe 4. So the Devil Dogs just content probably to run this one out as the coaches leave the booth to the far side.
Yeah, I think they're happy.
They just left out, and so when the coaches leave the box with a minute left, they're probably not going to do anything crazy. Shotgun formation. Barry's going to try to fling it anyway. Whoa, boy, it was a high snap, and Barry very wisely catches that and drops at the 15. He says, okay, I'm not going to do anything stupid with that. And I think with that, the Devil Dogs on 3rd and 9 will probably look to just run this out. Now, however, the Goblins have one more timeout, so you can force a punt at this point and come after them. So I guarantee you that's what the Goblins will do here.
Yeah.
They'll have one more timeout. It's 3rd and 9. The ball is sitting at the 15-yard line, and the Devil Dogs are going to work this all the way down as far as they can. It'll probably hit about the 22-second mark when we finally get to the end of that play clock. I wonder if they're going to call a timeout. They probably will there. So the Devil Dogs will take a timeout, come to their sidelines, and they will talk about this, but undoubtedly up against a little bit. I don't know what you do. We'll keep it right here, Chad, because 24 seconds left. We got to talk about this. This is a scenario that doesn't really benefit you offensively. There's not much you can do here other than make mistakes.
Yeah.
And so I think your best bet is to go ahead and take the knee, let the Goblins call the timeout, punt it away.
Yeah.
And then the Goblins have no timeouts and have to go 60 yards. So to me, that's your best option here instead of trying to run another play. But who knows? The Devil Dogs might try to fling one long, I mean, have nothing to lose here. I don't guess if you throw it long. It'd be, again, another kind of a long punt. So we'll see what they do. It's really we've had several scenarios tonight that could go, it's kind of a jump ball, isn't it? You could go either way on the call on what you want to do as a team. And gamble on what will work.
Yeah, and their offense has not had a lot of success tonight. They're not moving the ball well, so they can't feel really good about this. And that last snap was about 9 feet off the ground too.
Yes.
And he had to make a great play. Quarterback's tall, was able to get that down. So they may just take a knee and.
So Barry's got the shotgun. No, he's going to throw the ball back to throw it. Barry's going to go long. Barry's got a man and it's thrown out of bounds. Nobody there. No way to catch that. That was thrown completely out of bounds. So he had 3 steps out of bounds when he caught it. And now that'll bring up 18 seconds left. But what it'll do for the Goblins, they've got one play left here basically. Yeah. And they're going to bring the house, with 18 seconds left to go in the half, leading by 8. Even if you get a roughing the punter.
You don't care. You're right. You could be as aggressive as you want.
They're going to come at them for sure.
Because
and then you got Bryant back there, the only one back to receive the punt, and everybody else is coming home. Here come the Goblins. The punt's underway. Boy, he took a lot of steps there.
He sure did.
And that ball goes out of bounds, takes a Goblin roll to the 37, and the Goblins will have maybe one chance here with 12 seconds left, maybe 2 plays, Chad, because the ball's at the 37 on a bad punt again by the Devil Dogs. So it does give the Goblins a chance here with a couple of plays maybe.
Yeah, they've got a timeout, so you might see a run play here and call timeout right at the end because – they're going to be in prevent defense, and as I say, prevents you from stopping the other team. So they'll go into prevent defense, and Jones might have some room to run. You just never know when you get the ball out there what's going to happen.
Well, and you give the Goblins, of course, again, if you're going to run the football, you've got maybe one play. You got 2, I think, either way.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 if you throw the football quickly here and get it on an out route. So either way, the Goblins will split 2 to the far side, 2 right beside Jones in the shotgun formation. He's at the 45. They'll hand it off up the middle. Hale's got it. Hale cuts back. Hale gets to the 30-yard line. The Goblins will stop the clock with 6 seconds left to go. Well, they ran 3 seconds off that clock before they called the timeout. I think Coach Keelan's screaming at them to get a timeout, and they burned 3 seconds before they get it. I'm surprised they don't add some time back to that. Yeah, that was easily 2 or 3 seconds that we lost there on that. So the Goblins called their last time out. And the Devil Dogs will go to the far side. We'll keep it right here. It's a very interesting scenario.
Okay, they put 7 back on the clock.
Okay, there we go. It seemed like that clock kept rolling after the timeout was called. So 7 seconds left. So that does make a little difference, doesn't it, Chad? I mean, you have the ability now to do 2 out routes possibly, or a quick out and then a strike to the end zone. So it does give you the ability to do that. Now, you can't throw the ball over the middle. You can't run the ball here, obviously.
Right. You just have to throw it.
Yeah. Unless you're going to try to run the ball and go all the way to the house with it. So we've got to We got a break here. Wait a minute. Now the Devil Dogs will call the timeout.
They wanted to see what we were going to do.
Going to see the set. Yeah, so it's very sick. So we'll take a quick break, be back with the final 7 seconds of the first half after this. You're listening to Goblin Football on New Country 102.9. So, Chad, we were talking about scenarios here. 7 seconds, not quite enough. I mean, you were talking about can we do this? Can we? And I think you're right. Maybe a quick out, 5-yard out, gives you 2 plays. Goblins may just be looking at 1 play here.
Yeah, they may just go for the end zone or do some type of quarterback play because Jones has looked good getting out in space. They've got a linebacker assigned to him.
7 seconds. Jones is in the shotgun. Nobody in the backfield or check that one to his right side. Jones has a little protection. They're going to throw to the end zone. Jones throws it across. It's intercepted. Short of the end zone, the Goblins have got to stop him. Gets to the 10-yard line and gets down there at the 14. So that'll bring us to the end of the first half on the interception. 20-12 is the score at halftime. The Goblins lead by 8 in a very good ball game and a truly important one in the 5A West. We'll take a break, folks, get some word in from our sponsors, and we'll be back with the halftime report after this. You're listening to Goblin Football on New Country 102.9. I'm going to run several while we tally the.
Supporting Harrison student athletes and coaches is their way of championing excellence. Casey wishes all athletes, coaches, and parents a successful season.
It's a dedicated connection to your home that keeps everyone connected at the same time. It's cutting-edge technology that grows with you and lets you browse, stream, and game with virtually no lag or buffering. Ultra-fast, ultra-reliable Connect Fiber Internet. Internet better.
There's something special about being a Goblin.
It just feels different. So let's go to the
Right first community back.
It is for you and our community.
And you'll say that comunidad always come first.
Siempre viene primero. So here's to the gold.
And here's to the blue.
Everyone be faithful. Loyal and true. First community.
Where community comes first. Go Dogs!
Ladies and gentlemen, Harrison Public Schools is proud to present the pride of North Arkansas, your Harrison High School Golden Goblin Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Josh Bradford, Jess Crum, and Connor Skelly. The color guard instructor is Heather Link. The band is proud to present its 2025 program entitled What Goes Up. This program takes the audience back to a simpler time when we would go to the park as kids to have a picnic, fly kites, and other simple outdoor activities. Musical selections include Married Life, 99 Red Balloons, Up, Up, and Away, One Day I'll Fly Away, and Defying Gravity. Drum majors Mark Green, Kenzie Morris, and Ellie Jones. Is your band ready? You may take the field for performance. The Harrison High School Golden Goblin Marching Band. High School Golden Goblin Marching Band. The band recently competed at the Branson Marching Invitational, where it placed second in music ensemble and fourth overall. They also received unanimous First Division superior ratings at the ASDOA Region Marching Assessment in Rogers on Tuesday to qualify for the state marching contest in November. The band's next performance will be on Saturday, October the 25th at the Northwest Arkansas Invitational in Siloam Springs. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome the Harrison High School Dance Team. The Harrison High School Dance Team, Chloe Freeman, Gary Edwards, Allison Palma, Braxton Hill, Giovanni Alo, J.C. Hart, Katie Hodge, Maya Anthony, Victoria Yantorn, Elisa Scarborough, Kelby Kidder, Mia Slayton, Janie Horn, Elias Bellmeyer, Jill Gates, Maylin Jackson, Madison Bryant, Megan Eaton, Chelsea Yin, and Taylor Sedani. Now please make welcome the Harrison Cheerleaders. Let's meet the cheerleaders. Sophomores, Mila Bathke, Reagan Bright, Hadley Bundy, Isabel Carbajal, Lulu Crenshaw, Alea Hall, Riley Kate Harness, Liz Hickman, Hadley King, Charlie Kate Cole, Ginger Miller, Natalie Roberts, and Caitlin Shue. Juniors, Maddie Cat, Phoebe Miller, Brooklyn Robinson, and Shelly Walls. And your seniors, Lily Alexander, Anna Burge, Juliana Lawson, Jenna Lewis, Chloe Monk, Gretchen Peck, Jordan Quant, Ella Ramsey, Harper Sessions, Pierce Wright, and Ava Young. And our extra cheerleaders tonight, the Little Goblin cheerleaders from Skyline Fall Fest, Stevie Mallet, Merritt Waller, and Lonnie Griffith.
their respected sidelines. Devil Dogs about a minute away here from kicking the ball off to the Goblins, who lead by 8, 20-12 the score. The Goblins look pretty low-key here on the near side. They're just probably focused and saying we just got to keep doing what we're doing, Chad, and that's exactly what they've got to do. Offensively, can't think of a bigger series than this one right here the entire season. This first series here to start the second half is a huge one because the Goblins really need, if they can put a score on the board, if they can come down and score a touchdown, really sets the tone for this ball game and puts these Devil Dogs in a hole.
Yeah, we've really shut them down, their offense, and to be able to do that and take a 2-score lead because their offense knows they're gonna have to go out and do something different. Morrilton offense cannot continue the way they are, and you can't rely on your special teams to win it for you. And so, yeah, this is a statement moment right here for the Goblins. Just be slow and steady, control the ball, establish that run, and take advantage of your opportunities.
Noah Morris and Braxton Toney will take the deep spots for the Goblins. Up back as well, number 28, Xavier Freeze is back there, Killian Eddings as well. But it'll be Freeze and Noah Morris standing at the 10-yard line of the deep backs. And number 47 getting ready to kick it off for the Devil Dogs, that's Etcheles. And he's waiting on the rest of his team. Don't want to kick it off like that. You're the only man out
Only
there.
guy out there.
You don't get a penalty for one man on the field, do you?
I don't think so.
Well, you get penalized, you get hammered. That's the case. But,
Yeah.
So now he'll kick it off, tee it up at the 40-yard line. The Devil Dogs are ready to go. So are the Goblins. The fans are ready, and we're ready as well. 12 minutes to go in the third, 24 total. The left to go in this game. Kick is down, hits the ground, and bounces and gets in the hands of Morris. Morris at the 20. Morris breaks free. Morris down to the 37 on a really nice run back. Morris didn't even hesitate. He hit the hole and just kept right on running, and he gets down to the 37. So a good starting position for the Goblins here to start their first drive of the second half.
Yeah, that was what you want from the start. Morris made a great read there. He fielded the ball off the second hop, and then he was full speed. He wasn't going to slow down. He just was going to get all the yards he could.
He didn't juke or drive or anything.
No.
He went straight
He
ahead.
didn't blink.
And he gets up. They'll mark it at the 39. So the Goblins will start just shy of the 40-yard line in their own territory. Leading by 8, 20-12 is the score. Jones, your quarterback. Oh, it's a high snap. Jones athletically grabs that ball with one hand and hands it off to McNutt, which salvages about a yard on the play on the B gap. That was a slow developing play because of very, very high snap.
Yeah.
Oh, man, Jones, you can see the athlete there. That ball came high very quickly, and Jones snags it with one hand.
Yeah, the best play there was catching the snap.
And that was a
tough.
baseball catch. He's probably pretty good at baseball, too, isn't he?
I'd say so.
That was a good recovery there because that ball, that would have been a disaster because that ball would have gone 15 yards in the wrong direction. So now 2nd and 9. Jones in the shotgun at the 35. Jones awaiting the snap. He has it. Jones is going to give it up the middle. A-gap still in his feet. Hale gets up to the 44, they're going to call it, and close to the 45. So they'll give him 44 and a half. So it'll be 3rd down, and it looks like a long 5 from there.
Yeah, Hale made a nice run. Denver Wool, who had trouble with that last snap, then just created – I see why he's in there because he just created that hole for Hale to find a spot right up the gut.
So a big one here now as 3rd down comes up. It'll be – or check that 2nd down and 5 from the 45-yard line. No, it'll be 3rd. Okay, they finally changed it. So 3rd – I thought I was right the first time. 3rd down and 5. Jones in the shotgun. Jones with the pitch. He gets it to Eddings somehow. Eddings still on his feet. Or check that. That's Hale. Hale will get the 1st down up to the 45-yard line. I don't know how in the world he got that pitch off because that looked like at the last second he got it in the hands of Isaiah Hale. And Hale goes 10 yards and picks up the 1st down for the Goblins.
And Jones took a shot on that play. He
Boy,
paid for
did
that. But that's the right read. I
Yes.
mean, he made the read, and he was about to get hit, and he made that pitch, and there was nobody to take the running back.
Hold it until the guy takes
Yep.
you, right? I mean, that's what you've got to do is make him take you. The defensive end, I'm assuming, is who
Yep,
he was
that's
reading.
who he was
there.
reading.
So 10 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. The clock is on the move. So are the Goblins. They pick up another 1st down. Ball inside of Devil Dogs territory at the 46. Snap. Gets it. Little shuttle step, and then Isaiah Hale hit the hole. The B gap gets up to the 41. 5-yard, 4.5-yard gain by Isaiah Hale. these Goblins are just content to smash mouth football. You got, like Coach Ty said, you got the talent. You go helmet on a helmet and just smash them.
And Morrilton hits high. You can see they play with their pads up high, and you really can't beat a team doing that. And I think the Goblins are getting underneath their pads and just pushing them back. Our offensive line is winning the battle at the line of scrimmage. Even when they make a tackle like the one they just made on Jones, they're hitting him up high. It's not working real well for them.
Not when you got strong legs. Shotgun formation for Jones. He has the snap. He'll go the other way. Jones has a seam. Jones gets 5 yards. Jones up to the 37, 38 they'll call him. So he's going to be just short of the first down. About 1.5 yards they'll call it from there. So it'll be 3rd and a long 1. We'll call it 2 now where they spot it. So 3rd and 2 for the Goblins. 8:46 left to go in the third. Leading by 8, 20-12. And, Chad, you got to think this is a big third down here.
This is a huge third down, and it's 4-down territory, but you want to go ahead and get it here because you don't want to give them any type of defensive confidence. Just run it right at them again, I think.
Goblins have had the ball for 4 minutes here. Isaiah Hale gets the call. They'll have it for another more than that because Isaiah Hale gets the first down. Isaiah Hale still on his feet, and Hale squeezes his way over to the near side. Hale just keeps getting squeezed over, and he just keeps taking it down the field and gets to the 22. Oh, Isaiah Hale on a nice run. These running backs for the Goblins are starting to find their swing, aren't they?
Yeah, and
wow.
the Morrilton defensive line does not have an answer for the Goblin offensive line.
I'm telling you, they are absolutely getting smoked.
Yeah.
Now Eddings into the ball game, 8 minutes. Clock on the move. The Goblins have a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to Eddings, and Eddings is wrestled down by the linebacker making his way, plugging the hole very nicely. I think he even lost 1 yard or 2 on that one. Yeah, they'll call it a 2-yard loss. So read that one very well. Eddings will come out of the ball game. The clock is still on the move. The Goblins doing a really good job of moving the football and controlling the clock. Right now, Chad, 5 minutes already off of this play clock, off the game clock. In the third, and the Goblins still have the football.
And I think this is one of those situations where they guessed correctly, but this is a good time for the play-action pass again because Morrilton's now in guessing game.
McNutt is right beside Jones in the backfield. Jones standing at the 35 in the shotgun. He has the snap. It's a low one. Jones under pressure. He's got to get way out there, and he's going to throw it away. Good job by Jones as he just chunks the pill there and gets rid of it as he was being hounded from the backside. There was devil dogs all over him there.
Yeah, that was the play you wanted. It's just Morrilton read it and got through that backside rush. We didn't have anybody over there to protect. It's tough to protect that backside. Jones could not run the coverage in that because there was nobody to throw to, so he just threw it out of bounds.
So 3rd down and 12 here. You got to think the Goblins are in 4-down territory at the 25-yard line of the Devil Dogs. They have the play. 7 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the third, and the Goblins have controlled the ball the entire third quarter so far. Jones looking at it, looking at his play on his wrist. He's got it. It's going to do the option. Pitches. Oh, nice job done McNutt. McNutt has it down to the 14, the 13. McNutt gets up to and make it a very manageable 4th down. I think he's going to be shy of the first by about 3. Wow.
Not much. It's not a great spot.
Not a terrible spot. I thought, sure, he got down to the 9-yard line. Why are they? Okay, well, maybe not. I thought he got a little deeper than that. Yeah, I thought he got to at least the 15, and that's where they're going to mark him. So it'll be 4th down and just a touch. We'll call it 4th and less than 1 yard.
Yeah.
Goblins will go for it. They'll hand it off again to McNutt. He's got plenty of room. McNutt gets down to the 10-yard line, move the chains. The Goblins will have it 1st down and goal from the 9. With 6:30 left to go, and more than anything, Chad, just watching that clock smoke away here. Yeah. You're talking about half the third quarter has already been burned by the Goblins, and the Devil Dogs have yet to touch it. So Coach Keelan's going, we're just going to keep running. If you can't stop it, then that favors us because we're going to keep running it and control the clock.
We've tried to throw one time. It was an incomplete pass, and there's
the only time it stopped.
Yeah, it's the only time the clock stopped, and they have yet to show that they can really stop the run.
1st down and go for the Goblins. Jones in the shotgun. They'll give it to Eddings, or check that. Yeah, it is Eddings. No, it's Hale. Hale cuts back to the 7. He gets down to about, they're going to call him at the 7-yard line, so a 3-yard run by Isaiah Hale and another nice run. He has nothing there and cuts back. He hits the B gap and then cuts back to the middle and somehow gets 3 yards out of that.
Yeah, between Killian Eddings and Isaiah Hale, you have 2 running backs back there that can create basically something out of nothing. And tonight they're using Eli McNutt a lot in the run game too, who makes people pay to make the tackle down the field. that last little 8-yard gain he had, that kid at the end didn't know which side of the field he was on after that play was over.
Hey, tackling a guy that's 35 pounds heavier is a lot different. Shotgun formation, Jones tried to run it. Jones gets tackled on a nice play as it looked like they had a little stunt coming in. It looked like the corner of the safety coming up there, or that was a middle linebacker. So it was a good job there. So 3rd down now. The Goblins lose a couple of yards, maybe 3 on that one. Puts it back at the 11 as they sack Jones. Jones, it looked like a dedicated run all along.
Yeah, that was a run all the way, and Morrilton made the right call and got a guy through. They basically double teamed the tackle and did a little twist stunt, got that linebacker through the line of scrimmage.
So it'll be an interesting situation here. 3rd and 11 for the Goblins. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 11. Clock is on the move with 4:37. Jones in the shotgun formation. Jones has it. He'll move to the far side. Jones looking. Has a man in the end zone, and it
Touchdown.
is complete in the end zone. Oh, what a great play and a great pass. The Goblins convert on a big 3rd down there. It looks like Morris with the catch, I believe. The Goblins score 6 here, trying to make it 7. Yeah, man, that is a big play there by the Goblins.
Yeah, that was huge.
It was big. So the Goblins score on their first, and not only that, Chad, but take up 7 minutes of this 3rd quarter and put 6 on the board, and now trying to make it 7. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is through. So Bartwell puts another one on. 27-12 is the score. The Goblins lead in a very impressive drive to start the 3rd period. We'll be back with a kickoff in 30 seconds. You're listening to Goblin Football on New Country 102.9. Better. We come back with 4:27 left to go in the 3rd, and the Goblins ate up that over half of the 3rd quarter. Devil Dogs get it back with 4:27. They get to touch the ball here for the first time in the 2nd half with 4 minutes left to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, you could not have asked for a better start to the 2nd half than that. If we could just get this kickoff on the ground and start them at a reasonable spot, we're in good shape.
No momentum here. Give them no momentum. They'll bounce it around, and it bounces now, recovered at the 35 and covered well by the Goblins. So only a couple of yards on the return. Good job there. They patched that hole.
Yeah.
Now the defense comes back out to try to continue their swagger as they are playing football here tonight. Chad, you said the rushing yards are very minimal for the Devil Dogs in the first half,
yeah,
right?
So far they've got 16 yards on the ground.
16 yards.
That's what we want to make them have to do. And, of course, they'll come out and throw it. They're going to have to take some chances because now they're 2 scores back and they're not moving the ball well. But what a great job by Bardwell to just get us started and get this in the right spot.
They had 2 balls on the field there, and they get one of them off. You only have to have one on the field. That's confusing. Now, shotgun formation. Barry has it, has a pocket, has a man. Oh, it's complete at the 40, and he's got room, and he is fast. Can anybody catch him? And they do. Noah Morris with a touchdown-saving tackle yet again, as a crossing pattern was wide open, and Barry hits him. And that's exactly what the Devil Dogs wanted to do there, is get it and get out there and get some yards. They tried to score quick there.
Yeah.
Now Barry in the shotgun formation, the ball at the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal, just that quick. They'll pitch it on a kind of an end around, and the Goblins smell that out and nail him at the 12-yard line. That'll cost them a couple of yards on the loss. They try that trickery again, Chad, and you know, it just never works when you have a defense that's fast, do you? I mean, it never
really
works unless somebody just slips up and makes a mental mistake. But that did not work again. That cost them 2 yards. So 2nd down and goal from the 12 are the Devil Dogs here. Barry waiting, shotgun formation. Barry's going to run it to the near side. He's going to tuck it away, trying to get some room. He turns the corner, gets knocked out of bounds at the 3-yard line. I believe he's down at the 2. They'll mark him at the 2. So 3rd down and goal from the 2. You could see that Barry had his eyes set on the corner of the end zone. He just tucked it away. He had no receiver there, but he had a lot of open ground to the near side. Fortunately, the Goblins close again.
Yeah, Barry's a good quarterback. He made a great play there. He was a little faster than I thought he was, and he almost got it in the end zone. It was a great defense play just to keep him out.
So the defense maybe makes a really big play there. Either way, you know they're in 4-down territory. 3rd down and goal from the Goblins' 2-yard line. The Devil Dogs here set and ready to go. Barry waiting the shotgun in the shotgun formation for the snap. He has it. Going to the far side with a throw. It's down low, and it is, it's complete. Somehow he got his hands underneath it. I thought, sure, that ball hit the ground. But it didn't. So either way, the Devil Dogs score very quickly, and they're going to try to put a 2-point conversion. It looks like they're going for 2.
Probably taunting.
Uh-oh. Well, that'll take the 2 points away, won't it? I mean, you won't go for 2 there. So if that's the case, that's a 15-yarder, and that'll cost the Devil Dogs in a big way there.
Oh, no, it may be on the Goblins. They're talking to the Morrilton coaching staff.
Well, they're pointing the other way, so I still don't know what's happening here because they're pointing the other direction. So we'll have to wait and see. Unsportsmanlike against the Goblins. That's exactly what it is. So now, wait a minute. Okay, so it's the touchdown. It's after the touchdown is what he's indicating. So now they'll move it half the distance. So the 2-point conversion will be from the 1.5. So 3:20 left to go. The Devil Dogs score very quickly here to answer, which they needed to do. Shotgun formation for Barry as they'll go for 2 here. The Devil Dogs at the yard and at the 1.5. They'll tighten the ranks as they're looking to run the ball. See what they do. Everybody bunched up on the line of scrimmage. Now they'll throw it across the middle, and it is incomplete as it's trying. That was a little trickery there, wasn't it? They try to throw a crossing route to the receiver, and it's a little far, and it goes off his hand. So either way, 2-point conversion unsuccessful. We'll keep it right here. It's a 9-point ball game, Chad, and that's exactly what the Devil Dogs needed to do there is come back and score very quickly, obviously. And it certainly makes a difference in this football game. It's technically a 2-score game right now, but still, they were trying to make it a 1-score game with that 2-point conversion, and it fails.
Yeah, they were. And this is where they're tough because they have speed. They're a big play speed team. And on the 2-point conversion, credit Bryce Jones there for knocking that pass away to keep them at a 2-score deficit. The Goblins just need to do what they just did and go back out on offense and consume some more, eat up some more clock and put some more points on the board. You're not going to keep this Morrilton team from scoring, obviously. They are a big play team. They're not going to do it by 2 yards at a time, though. They're going to do it with a big play, and they've shown that. They've had 3 big plays this game, and that's led to their 3 scores. So the Goblins just have to come out and play their game right now.
Well, then now you come right back and you control the ball for another 7 minutes, right?
Exactly.
I mean, you just continue to march it down and continue to keep running the football. And the Goblins have had great success here. You know that they're not going to do anything different other than run the ball. So it looks like that the 15-yard penalty was going to be assessed on the kickoff.
And this is a time you might see an onside kick. This is a good – if you're going to do it, this is the time to do it because if you don't get it, they steal the ball on the 35.
Yeah, so everybody's coming up because the Goblins are aware of that as well. And he's actually setting it sideways, so there's no question that's what's coming. Onside kick, everybody's trying to get on that side, but let's see where he kicks it. Yep, he's definitely going to go that way.
Yeah.
The onside kick coming up here, it's a squibber. And it's going to go way deep, and the Goblins cover at the 19. So I don't know what kind of onside kick that was, but it wasn't very effective. I mean, you got to get it 10 yards deep, but you don't have to get it 35.
Right, yeah, exactly. It was the right time for an onside kick, and he just missed it. He just hooked it off the of course, when those guys try to kick it with their toe and they're used to being a soccer kicker, it doesn't always work real well.
Well, and now they've got this watermelon. They're setting it up like a watermelon, right? And they're kicking it on the end. Yeah. But I never see that work too well. I mean, it spins, yes, but your best bet is to get that ball to bounce and bounce, and that's a better option, I think.
The end over end, the second hop is always the good hop, and that's what you got to go for.
That's right. 3:19 now. The Goblins up by 9. They've got the ball is dropped on the snap, and Jones gets back on it. Thank goodness. But that'll cost them 3 yards in the bobbled snap. So another errant snap there by the Goblins, which will cost them right off the front end here. Is the last thing you want to do is go 3 and out here.
Having some trouble in that exchange.
So the Goblins look to the near side. My prediction was if we scored 2 more touchdowns, we're safe. I may have to go back on that. all of a sudden it's starting to pick up offensively in the second half.
Yeah, this doesn't feel good right now.
2 wides to the far side, the ball at the 15-yard line. Jones with it. Jones is going to have to eat it. It looks like he's in the backfield, and yes, he's going to be wrestled down on a sack, gets down to the 10-yard line. So now the Goblins looking at 3rd down and 20. The ball at their own 10-yard line. Boy, there was some bad missed assignments on that one. You had 2 Devil Dogs bearing down on him, and Jones just had to eat it. He had nowhere to go with that ball. He couldn't even get time to really throw it away, could he, Chad?
No, there was nothing. There was nothing there.
So now, whew, boy, this is a big 3rd down and 20. What do you call it? I guess you call Jesus now.
Yeah, you got to do something. Yeah, there's a
you got to say a prayer. Is what you got to do.
It is a prayer situation.
I mean, this is a 3rd down and 21. They're going to call it. Ball at the 10-yard line. The Goblins have got to get down to the 30,
timeout.
And Goblins are going to call a timeout. So with the break in the action and all the chaos, we'll take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Goblin Football on New Country 102.9.
Fall is in the
Goblins in firm control of this game after their first drive. They come in and score right off the front end, put 7 more on the board, 27. Then the Morrilton Devil Dogs score quickly. It's a 27-18 game. Goblins lead by 9. But all of a sudden, Chad, this flavor is starting to change a little bit.
Yeah,
here.
you had a bad snap, and then you had a sack, and all of a sudden now Morrilton's got us pinned back. You need a big gain here so you at least can get a decent punt. Something crazy could happen, but you're at least hoping for 10 or 15 yards so you can get a punt downfield.
But they've sacked Jones twice in a row here. Now the Goblins are at their own 10. They'll pitch out to the outside. Eddings has it. Eddings going to turn the corner. Eddings gets to the 22. So Eddings gets some of it back, but not near enough. It's going to be 4th down and 7, so the Goblins will have to punt it away here. But a good play call there. You almost, you could have broken one more tackle and might have got the first down on the pitch. But a good play by Jones. He does a really good job of pitching that ball, doesn't he?
Yeah, he really does. And he reads it, he waits, and he knows he's going to get hit, and he does. And that's how you're supposed to run that play, and he runs it just textbook.
So Jones now will punt it in the quick kick position. This is what they're going to go with punting from here on out, it looks like, is Jones the quarterback to punt it. He'll drop back another 2 yards. A low snap. They needs to get it away, and somehow he does. Thank goodness they didn't have the block on, because that would have hurt the Goblins there, and Jones gets a pretty decent punt away, takes the Goblins roll down to the 37, so the Devil Dogs will start at their own 37-yard line.
That was the ugliest 43-yard punt I think I've ever seen. That did not go well in any way, and it came out to be a 43-yard punt.
If they would have had the rush on and the block on, that would have been trouble, because Jones had a hard time getting the handle on that. He had to do a rugby-style punt on that just to get enough room to get it away. So now the Devil Dogs starting at their own 37, a very impressive drive, their last one to score. So both of these teams score on their first possession. Now the Devil Dogs get their second one here in the third quarter with a minute left. They'll hand it off to the near side. He's got a little room and still on his feet. Gets about 10 yards down, 11 now. They'll call it, and he'll pick up the first down. We've got a player for the Goblins down, face down here. Let's see if he can get up. Oh, that's not good. It's Eli McNutt.
Yeah.
And McNutt's limping on that other leg. I know it doesn't seem to be his main, the one that's hurt, but McNutt's going to swagger to the near side and is going to have to find a spot to sit down. Shotgun formation, handoff again up the middle, has a little room, hit hard at the 50, gains 4 hard yards. And the Goblins on defense here, and you got to just think, Chad, this thing is starting to change a little bit here. You're starting to see a little momentum shift. We're 21 seconds away from the final 12 minutes of this football game, and Morrilton's raising their heads. The Devil Dogs on the move. Man on the slot, 2 wides to each side. Barry with the last play of the third quarter slings it, and it's incomplete. Oh, Barry just throws it with a little too much taco sauce sometimes.
Let's put some taco sauce on it.
And he needs to – I don't know why he throws the ball that hard. The guy was open, didn't need to throw it that hard, and the guy just can't – it seems like he's throwing it just a little early and he's throwing it a little hot, you know?
He's a good quarterback in that he makes the right reads, but, yeah, he rushes his throw, and it's working to the Goblins' advantage most of the time.
Third and a big 7 here with 7 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Goblins on top by 9. Barry with a quick toss across the middle of the field. It's incomplete. So with 4 seconds left to go in the third, it appears that the Devil Dogs are going to have to punt it away, or will they? You would think they would here, trailing by 9, but let's see, stranger things have happened.
They may try to draw the Goblins off sides with this 4 seconds left. It's an odd situation, but yeah, it looks like they're going to go for it.
Wow, interesting. 4th and 7, the Devil Dogs are lining up, and they'll do it. Barry's got the snap, got plenty of time. Oh, he's got room. He's got plenty of room. Down to the 40, slides down to the 37-yard line. And that will be a first down for the Devil Dogs. The coaching staff wanted a late hit on that one. I don't think they'll get it. Even though he was sliding, Goblins defender committed a little early. I don't think they're going to call that, or will they? They're conferencing there. I didn't see a flag, but let's see.
You don't see high school quarterbacks slide a lot, and he's done that a couple of times. And by rule, that probably was a late hit, because once a quarterback gives himself up, now, they also gave him more yards than they're supposed to, because they're supposed to give him the yards when that slide starts, not its end.
Yes, correct.
So the officials didn't spot it really well, and now there's a lot of discussion going on, which that's never good. I guess they're just going to flip the field. They're not going to throw a flag.
Okay, so it is going to flip the field, and no 15-yard penalty. That helps.
Yes.
But it's still out there. The coach on Morrilton side's one, and he wants an explanation.
And he has a good argument.
Yes, he does.
I don't doubt that he has. It wasn't a malicious hit. I mean, it wasn't anybody trying to hurt anybody, but he did get hit after the play.
Yes. So, but either way, you're looking at the Goblins with a situation here with the defense that basically the defense has the ball game in their hands, don't they?
Yeah, and that was a big play by Morrilton to pick up that first down, because that keeps them in this game with a full quarter of football to go. Now, judging by the Goblins' last drive, they don't have the ball control offense they had the first drive of the second half, so Morrilton's got plenty of time.
And Eli McNutt is back out there on the field. He's making a few adjustments. You can see it's the other knee. It's not the one that's hurt.
It might have been a cramp. The way he was running might have been a cramp or ankle, or
He's still trying to kick it, isn't he? He's still kicking it a little bit, so it may have been that. Who knows? Either way, McNutt is back in the football game at the right time. First down now for the Devil Dogs. The ball at the 37-yard line. Barry with a man in motion, waiting on the snap. He's standing at the 42. Barry quick up the middle. They hit it again. And where that play was going nowhere, now it's going for a lot. Tailback gets the call, gets 10, or gets 9. He's short of the first down. They'll mark him at the 30.
Nice play by Sky Lee just to minimize the damage on that.
Boy, they are starting to get a push up front, and that little tailback is starting to get some room to run, and that's not good. 11:37 left to go in this football game. Back to pass. Barry's going to run the other way. Has some time. Looks to run. Turns the corner. Tries to get outside, and a good little open field tackle there as he's pushed out of bounds. I believe it's Sky Lee on the far side.
He got the first down.
And he did get the first down.
Barry's starting to see some success by just dropping back and letting the secondary clear and then finding the open field. Gavin Jones managed that in the first half, and now Morrilton's starting to see that's been productive for them in this half. It's changed their offense altogether.
No question about that. Barry now in the shotgun formation. The ball at the Goblin 26. Coming this way. This time it's a design run by Barry. He gets hit at the 25 and only gets a couple on that one.
Bundy in on the play.
Bundy there. Denver Wool comes in. Bundy comes out for the defense. Second down, and we'll call it 7. The ball at the 24-yard line of the Goblins. These Devil Dogs starting to move the football all of a sudden. Shotgun formation. Barry's got a little time. Throws the ball long across the middle, and nice defensive play. Somebody diving in there at the last minute. I don't know who that was, but good coverage on that far side as he knocks it away. Man, diving defender hits the ball at the last minute, and it looks like, is that – no, that's Bryce Jones. Jones with a great play.
That was an exceptional play by Bryce Jones.
Now, third down and a big
And
third
we
down for the
jumped.
Goblins, and they jump again. Wow, how many times we've seen that. Bark them off sides, and now it'll be fourth down and a yard, or third down and a yard instead of 3rd and 6. So the Goblins have got to discipline themselves. They've had this year probably 9 or 10 offsides on the defense because of those barks.
With all the great defense they've played, that's been their weakness.
Yes, very true. Now, third down and a yard. Devil Dog snap, waiting on it. Barry's got it. Design run. Barry's trying to find it. Helmet's on the ground, and Barry goes down, and I don't think he got it.
Nope.
There's a helmet on the ground. I believe it belongs to the Devil Dogs, if I'm not mistaken. It looked like they're one of their helmets.
Yeah.
And now, after a gain of maybe a half a yard, these Devil Dogs will face fourth down and a yard and a half with the ball at the 20. I want to talk about a big play here, brother. Here we sit.
And their starting left guard is out of the game because his helmet came off, so it's a good time for that blitz.
So now the Goblins with a big fourth down on defense, waiting on the snap. They're trying to bark him off. Nothing doing there. Gets the up back, gets it, and he gets the first down on the second effort. Still on his feet, down to the to the 11-yard line. What a run! That kid is not bigger than a minute.
No, what a gutsy run.
Boy, 5'6" and a $140 soaking wet. I bet they weighed him with his pads on to
They
get
would
140.
have to get 140 out of that. I don't see 140 pounds.
But he runs big.
Yeah.
That was a great run. So that picks up the first down. Now we're first and goal. Check that first down and 10, the ball at the 11. Barry coming out to the near side. Barry's going to swing it. Oh, nothing doing. That ball was way overthrown as the receiver looked like he was trying to get turned around and nowhere to go.
I think he was trying to come back. I don't know if that was a miscommunication on their part or if the quarterback just threw it away. But, yeah, he was trying to come back to the ball. He realized he was covered. Sometimes it's easy to underestimate how good the Goblins' secondary coverage is.
Well, it looks like to me that Barry just needs to run the ball. He had a lot of room to that
he
near
had
side if
plenty
he
of
chose
room.
to
He
run.
should have. Yeah, he should.
Barry with a shotgun. This time he'll throw it, check it. They'll hand it off up the middle. Scat back again, maybe gets a couple of yards. The Goblins do a good job of covering it there. So it'll be very interesting here. Obviously, probably 4-down territory. You're down by 9.
Sure.
So, I mean, you could make it a one-score game with the field goal, but you really want to try to score a touchdown here. The Devil Dogs will have 2 more attempts. Shotgun formation. Barry has it, looking, trying to get it into the end zone. It's complete. Touchdown. And the Devil Dogs score a touchdown with 9:44 and close this ball game to a one-score game, 24-27, and it'll be a 2-point game if they convert the PAT.
And Braden Bryant was there. He was all over the plate, just couldn't get to it. That was a well-thrown ball and a nice route.
So now all of a sudden the Devil Dogs, which we knew would happen, they make a game out of it here. PAT attempt is going to be spotted at the 10. It's on the way, and he misses it again. Wow. 9:44, and the coaches bang on the wall yet again over there. They're very upset about that again. 9:44 left to go in this football game. The Goblins lead by 3. We'll take a break. Be back with a kickoff after 30. You're listening to Goblin Football on New Country 102.9.
Go, team, go.
Hey, Lonnie, what are you doing? Practicing to cheer for the Goblins?
So the Goblins take up about 7 minutes of this second half on their first drive and score. That's exactly what they need to do again. 9:44 left to go in this football game. Goblins need a long, methodical drive. So far, we haven't seen that other than that first series, Chad. They've shut us down ever since then, for that matter.
Yeah, that's what you want to see here. And you know, if you do that, you're 2 scores ahead with just a few minutes left, and this is what they're looking to do.
And the ball will go out of bounds, so that'll give the ball at the 35-yard line. The Goblins will start from their own 35 as the flags fly. As he kicks it out of bounds, Goblins, good job there of letting it roll out. A little risky sometimes when you do that. But it does go out of bounds, and they'll get the ball at the 35 to start with 9:44 left to go in this football game. We'll set it up for you, 27-24. The Goblins lead by 3. And, Chad, we're thinking about, hell, did we come back out and we score? I mean, you look at what happened. We were up by 14, and, and 2 scores, but 16. Then the next thing you know, it's a 3-point football game.
It is 4-4 in touchdowns. It's a 4. They can't kick an extra point, fortunately for us.
Yes.
And we have to win the touchdown game here and score on this possession.
A huge possession for this Goblins offense as Jones has it. And his own 30, he's got under pressure. He's got men. He's got to throw it away again. Boy, somehow they have started to stun here on us. And the next thing you know, they're bringing corners, they're bringing linebackers, and they're putting pressure on Jones. He had to roll out of the pocket, throw it away, incomplete, 2nd down and 10 for the Goblins at the 35.
Well, and the one thing they're doing that the Goblins haven't done this quarter is contain the quarterback. They've got somebody outside of him to where he's having to throw it. We're not able to do that defensively, and that's kind of switched the tide of this game is we're not containing their quarterback, giving him a little time to throw. They've contained Jones, and Jones has been shut down this quarter so far.
Ball on the far hash mark. Jones standing at the 30, waiting on the snap. He has it. You're going to take it on a read option. Good job by Jones up the middle. Jones has got some room at the 40. Jones turns on the Jets. Jones down to the 20, and Jones gets tackled at the 16-yard line. Oh, man, baby. If you wanted to write a script, there it says. Jones gets the ball. That's been all night, hasn't it? When you need a play, what do? Let your quarterback run it.
You let him run it. And that's what, they shut him down. But Jones saw one opportunity, and he took advantage of it. What an athlete.
And he had 3 Devil Dogs chasing him at will there. They were trying to catch him, and one of them finally did. But the Goblins make a huge play there.
So 46-yard run for Jones.
I'm surprised they hadn't started the play clock yet.
Yeah, they have a hard time getting those chains
set. They get it set, and they finally started here, I guess, because the clock should be on the move. And there it goes. So 9:21 left to go in this football game. New life for the Goblins. The ball is at the 18 of the Devil Dogs. They'll hand it to Hale. Hale has some room. Good job up to the 10-yard line goes Isaiah Hale. This offensive line says, okay, it's time to turn this back on again and put another touchdown on. It looks like that's where the Goblins are headed. 2nd down and 3. The ball at the 12.
Yeah, you're running behind Tate Robertson and Ricky Baker, and these are the guys that they've dominated the game. We had one rough drive on offense, and they've decided we're not going to have any more rough drives. We're just going to take control.
Everybody's got to play for the Goblins. They look at their wristbands. They've got the play call, and they're ready to go. Jones in the shotgun, 2nd down and 2. The ball at the 11. Hands it off, has some room. Hale has an edge, and Hale gets in to the end zone. Touchdown, Goblins. Light the fireworks, baby. That was a big answer there for the Goblins offense. You could see this Goblins they came out offensively and said, okay, it's time, and they did. They can make it a 10-point lead with a PAT. 33-24. The Goblins trying to make it a 10-point lead. A 2-score game would be big here with 8:20 left to go. But the way these offenses are moving, it could be another 4 or 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, this is moving a little quicker. Hale on that play made a great read. What a good set of blocks.
Did he ever? Left footer gets it up and through. So the Goblins make it a 10-point game. 8:29 left to go in this football game. We'll be back after 30. You're listening to Goblin Football on New Country 102.9.
Hi, I'm Jackson Valons. I'm with Valons Electric Co.
.29 left to go in this football game. The Goblins with a very impressive drive, and they answer the score by the Devil Dogs. Make it a 10-point ball game, 34-24. And Bartwell will kick it off. And the difference in this football game may be the PATs.
It really is. Bardwell's he's made all but one of his PATs, and Morrilton has not made one yet.
Wow.
Which is what's making this a 2-score game. It's only a 1-touchdown game, but it's a 2-score game.
Yes.
Because of that, and it's little things like this that that changed the flow of the game. And, I said earlier, special teams, Morrilton is not only having success with their special teams, that's not an area of success.
Bartwell kicks it off. A Squibber's going to hit. Really good job there. Fielded at the 20. Now the Goblins need to fill their gaps, and they do. Down to the 33-yard line. The Devil Dogs will start from that position. Their own 33, trailing by 10. 34-24. This ball game continues to ripen. 8:24 left to go in it, and you got to buckle your seatbelt here, Chad. It's going to be bumpy. Right now, if this Goblin defense can rear its head and get the ball back, that's a radically different ball game if they can do it here.
Well, and this quarterback from Morrilton can flip the field with his arm. There's no doubt he can get the ball down the field.
Barry's a quarterback, shotgun formation, a quick hit. He's got a man again at the 40, gets down to the 45. Man, they have found an answer, those little quick hits.
Yep.
Little just stop and go pattern, turn inside, and he completes it for the first down again. Barry's found his groove. And he is moving these Devil Dogs down the field yet again.
He saw McNutt sneaking in there for a blitz.
Shotgun formation. Barry's got time again. He's going deep. Has a man. Oh, it's complete at the 15 that the Devil Dogs will score again on a long pass. Holy moly. We just said buckle your seatbelts, and are we ever getting that here? Man, oh, man. So I guess the Devil Dogs now will undoubtedly, after they score a touchdown there, 34-30. Devil Dogs in 2 plays. Answer, boy, that's huge. Man, they just keep coming back. So now the Goblins need to go back down the field methodically again and score. So they'll go for 2 here instead of kicking a PAT. So this is big. Of course, they don't have a field goal kicker anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly.
2-point conversion is complete. Oh, I don't know. That was they shouldn't have given that to him. He didn't have control of the ball when he was in the end zone and got knocked backwards. That should not have been good. But they completed anyway. It is a 2-point game. 34-32 our score with 8 minutes left to go. And this one, it's a long one. It's roll-age time for these coaching staffs. So we'll be back with the kickoff right after this. You're listening to Goblin Football on New Country 102.9.
At Capaldi One Stop Heating and Cooling in Garrison, we can cool you.
Well, the Goblins, we said at half, these Goblins are going to play ball. Devil Dogs are not going away, and they've just found their groove. It looks like they found some seams that are working here, Chad, against this Goblin defense. These little slant patterns, they're finding those, and they're striking big on those plays.
Yeah, once they decided they didn't care about the risk, it changed their output completely. I wish I was just a football fan watching this game because it would be fun to watch, but it's causing me to have a heart problem.
Kickoff fielded at the 20-yard line, dancing around trying to find some room, and he can't. He finally comes back up the middle, and good job of dancing around there. I've never seen anybody go back and forth like that to gain 5 yards.
That was Gunnar Johnson. Yeah, he ran 30 yards to get 3.
That was a back and forth, almost a Texas two-step there.
Somebody told him to eat up as much clock as he could, and he did it.
Boy, he was trying to find a gap, and nothing was there. So good job altogether. Gunnar Johnson getting back just some positive yards out of that. And the Goblins will start at their own 27 with 7:47 left to go. And you got to think, Chad, a 2-point ball game here, especially the way these Devil Dogs are moving the football. Goblins are just going to keep scoring.
Okay, you have to score. They've figured out the formula. This is definitely the best anyone's played against the Goblin defense this year. Your offense has it in their hands, has it in control, and you have an opportunity to win right here with your offense.
So now shotgun formation. Jones with the football, fresh set of downs. First down and 10 for the Goblins as they start this drive at their 26. Waiting on the snap, he has it. He'll hand it off up the middle. Nice little run by Hale. Yeah. He'll get up to the 31. Credit Isaiah, or check that's Eddings. Can't tell those two apart till they get off the ground. They run very similar, don't they? Need to put pink shoes on one of them one night or something. That may help. So now a good run there by the Goblins, pick up 5. The Goblins content just again to it's a contrasting style, isn't it? You got the Goblins running the football, and you got the Devil Dogs going down the field in 30 seconds, and the Goblins methodically march down in 5 or 10. So let's see. The Goblins can control the football here. Shotgun formation, 2nd and 5 for the Goblins. They'll shift the line of scrimmage. They'll give it up the middle. Gets hit at the line of scrimmage, drags some tacklers down for a gain of 3. So he gets it very near the first. They'll be about 2 yards short there. So 3rd down and a big 3rd and 2 here for the Goblins. The ball resting at their own 35. Clock is moving with 6:49. The Goblins on top by 2. 34-32 is the score. And, man, this ball game has just been back and forth. Like you said, as a fan, it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
As a coach, you need some type of tagaments or something, don't you? Some asset or something. So now 2 wides to the far side. Jones in the shotgun. Big 3rd down here for this Goblin offense at their own 35. Devil Dogs trying to stop him. Eddings has the ball, trying to get there. Keeps his feet moving. Eddings gets pushed back.
Close.
He's very near the first down, but I think he's going to be short. The way he looks, the way they mark him, I think he's going to be a little short, and you would think that the Goblins with 6 minutes left, what do you do here? The ball's at your own 36. You're really taking a risk. I don't know if you don't punt it away and just hope that your defense can play a little better. It's 2nd down or 4th down at a yard. So it'll be very interesting to see here what the Goblins do. No, they're going to give
them the first down.
Wow. They didn't even measure that. Oh, the coach is going crazy over there, too. Man, he is absolutely going ballistic.
I don't know that I blame him.
Oh, man, that was a huge first down. Cody McNabb is going ballistic on that officially crew.
Now what are they doing?
They're bringing it back? Wow. So his argument prevailed, didn't it? I don't know how that was the first down because he was, I thought, well short. So either way, are they going to measure it now, or what are they going to do?
After they've moved the
How can you
chains.
do that? You can't measure it now.
I've seen some officiating mistakes
But
before.
that's a big blunder there.
This is one of the biggest
This
I've
is
seen.
one of the biggest of all because you can't bring the chains. You cannot do that. You can't move the chains and bring them back. Wow. This is a massive blunder. I don't think he had the first down anyway, but still, I've never seen anything like this to where you move the chains. They're going to be just short, or are they? They got the first down by nose.
Oh, my gosh.
Through all of that, the Goblins moved the chains. I don't know, and I'm sure Cody McNabb is still upset because when you move the chains,
what good does the measure do?
You can't measure the ball at that
it's
point.
It's all guesswork from that point.
Yes, I cannot believe I just saw that. It's first
you know,
time. First time ever.
I coached a lot of years, played a lot of years. I've never seen that happen.
Well, it works to the Goblins' advantage, and the clock is moving with 5:30 left to go. Oh, my, what a big first down that is for the Goblins. So they've got 9 on the play clock. They've got waiting on the snap. Jones has it. He's coming to the near side. Jones on a keeper. Jones gets yanked down by his shoulder pad. A good, strong tackle there. Jones tries to turn the corner, and somebody just grabs him and yanks him to the ground. And somebody needs to get up here. Let's see. They finally get everybody up. I don't know. It seemed like he was taking a little long to get up. Oh, he's got a shoulder pad issue, and now they've got that fixed. A wardrobe malfunction out there.
Gosh, I'm still trying to recover from that. I'm a little bit speechless.
I never got dizzy in my life from a measurement, but I got dizzy from all of that, back and forth. So 2nd down now, 13 on a 3-yard loss. Jones with the snap, it's a low one. Eddings trying to find a hole. Eddings gets down or check that.
Blowing the whistle.
What happened?
It looks like a procedure call on the Goblins.
False start on the Goblins, so the Goblins jump. Wow. So I guess they blew that play dead, I'm assuming. Well, which is rightfully so. We've seen them let it go before, which is kind of crazy too.
Which you're not supposed to do.
You're not
so they
supposed
did
to
what
do. So now 4:41 left to go in this football game. The Goblins lead 34-32, a 2-point lead for the Goblins. Clock is back going on the move here. 4:30 left to go in the football game, and the Goblins come up to the line of scrimmage facing 2nd down and 18 from their own 29. Jones has it with the pitch. Oh, Jones gets hit again. And, man, this defense for the Devil Dogs is finding some success in gaps as they come up the middle, no gain, maybe even a loss again on that play. And the Goblins are going in the wrong direction here with 4 minutes left, and I believe the Devil Dogs are going to call a timeout, or somebody did. Either way, I think it may be an official timeout. So we'll break here. 4:05 left to go in this one. It's going to be exciting finish. 3rd down and 20 when we return. You're listening to Goblin Football on New Country 102.9.
I'm Corey Estes.
Four minutes, 10 seconds left to go in this football game. The Goblins up on top 34-32, a 2-point lead. They're just hanging by their fingernails here as the Goblins have been in control of this football game for most of the night. And then the Devil Dogs awake from their slumber on offense, and they have absolutely moved the football here. Last thing you want to see is the Goblins turn it back over to them, but it's 3rd and 20 again for these Goblins. So McNutt comes on as well. And now everybody is set and ready. 3 wides to the near side. That's McNutt in with that group. 1 right beside Jones in the shotgun. 3rd down, and a big 3rd down and 20 for the Goblins here. Waiting on the snap. Jones is waiting for it. He has it. Low snap again. Jones quick across the middle. It's Bryant. And it's incomplete, I believe. And that is the case. So, the Goblins will get the punted away here, it looks like. Or was that an interception? No.
No, I think it was a little
cut move, maybe?
Little comeback pass, and I think Morrilton tried to play it off like it was an interception or like it was a fumble recovery. It wasn't. Yeah, the Goblins are in a little bit of trouble. The Morrilton has definitely come alive. It's like watching a different team.
Yes.
The Goblins are having trouble getting lined up. They don't have their punt team on the field. There's just a lot of chaos and a lot of stuff going on.
They're going to have, they might as well just go ahead and, if you're going to take a pin, just take a 5-yarder. It's not going to matter much here, and that's what they're going to do. Instead of burning a timeout, or check that. Yeah, they did that. It's a pen. Did they call a timeout?
I think they called the timeout.
Wow, they did call the timeout.
Well, we only had 10 players on the field, and it's just not looking good for the Goblins right now. Their head's not in the game.
It seems to me that you would go ahead and take the 5-yard penalty instead of burning your, because you only have 1 left.
Yep.
So it seemed like to me a better option is just to go ahead and take the 5 and keep that timeout, because the timeout's not going to do you much good here. You're going to punt the ball away.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're not going to discuss it. So I'm just wondering why we didn't take the 5
I'm not sure either.
on that and save that timeout, because that may come in to be a critical timeout, just having 1 left now for the Goblins. So now Jones is standing at his 20. You got to think the Goblins are going to punt it away here, leading by 2, 34-32, and Jones will kick it away. Punt is on there. It's going to hit, and it's going to roll and take a good Goblin roll. He's going to pick it up at the 35. Back up the middle. Down to the 50-yard line go the Devil Dogs. Flag comes into play, and it looks like it may be a holding call that'll back the Devil Dogs up. So a flag here coming up, and it appears to be on the Devil Dogs. That's the only thing it could be on, really.
It's going to cost them a lot. It's going to cost them about 23 yards because that was 10 yards behind the play. It was one of those penalties that there was no sense in it.
Yeah, no need to hold in that position. Your guy was way on the other side of the field.
That was one of those frustration penalties.
That benefits the Goblin defense in a huge way. That's going to cost them 21 yards from that position. So instead of starting at midfield, they're going to start at their own 30. Wow.
Yeah.
That is big. But, the Devil Dogs have been marching that far in a minute.
That's true.
So the Goblins are just going to have to come up with something here defensively. They've just gotten tore up these last 2 series. 3 minutes and 24 seconds left to go in this football game, and the Goblins clinging to a 2-point lead. Barry in the shotgun, 3 wides. Barry's going to hand it off up the middle. They have success again up the middle. He goes for 9. Oh, these Devil Dogs are finally starting to find their groove, and the Goblins better come up with an answer. Number 37, Aspen Stevens, trying to get back in position as he's hurt, and they're going to come up quickly to the line of scrimmage. They're set, ready to go. Barry's going to go long. No, check that out route. He's got it. It's complete and down to the 48-yard line of the Goblins. Pick up the first down, move the chains for the Devil Dogs. Oh, man, here they come. They're coming up quickly. 2 wides to each side. Devil Dogs with the ball at the 48. Handoff. Hit at the line of scrimmage. Keeps moving. The little man's got some power in those legs. He goes for another 3 yards after contact. And you'd think as small as he is, he'd go down on contact, but he did not. Goblins get off the ball. They're trying to get set, and the Devil Dogs are going to be content to come right back at them.
Yeah, no huddle, just 2-minute offense just coming at them, just right directly at them every play.
Defense takes a deep breath, gets ready. Barry, shotgun formation, 2nd and 7. Barry's looking to pass. Barry's going to go long, airs it out, has a man, and it's way overthrown. Nobody even close to that. So, is there a flag down?
Don't see any.
Okay, and I thought they were going to move it back. So now, 3rd down and 8, you got to think that the Devil Dogs, no matter where they are on the field here, they're in 4-down territory.
For sure.
So the ball at the 49-yard line, just inside Goblin territory, 3rd down and 7. And it just gets really thick from here. Very big 3rd down here for these Goblins defense. Clock, 2:23. It's on the move. Barry in the shotgun again. He'll go to the far side trying to find some room. Boom, he swarmed in at the 47-yard line. Nowhere to go for Barry then. Barry was trying to work his magic with his feet, and he'll lose some yardage. So that'll create a huge 4th down and 10, and the ball game rests in the balance right here. The Goblins can salt this thing away if they can stop it here. The Devil Dogs do have 3 timeouts, but, boy, the Goblins can seal it if they can stop the Devil Dogs here. Shotgun formation, back to pass Barry. Barry's got a man over the middle. It's caught incomplete, and he gets the first down at the 39-yard line. Oh, the Devil Dogs get the first down. They move it, and they've got to get somebody off the field. I think it's Bryant that's hurt. Let's see if he can shake it off. He's got to get there quick. Bryant finally gets in position. Everybody's got to hurry. Shotgun formation, quick out to the near side. He's got him. He's got room down to the 30, down to the 25-yard line. Oh, Nelly. This is not looking good. The Goblins had them 4th down and 10. They complete the 4th and 10. They got another first down, and now they're going to call a timeout as the Goblins, I believe, have an injured man on the far side. Bryant finally went down. He was hobbled to begin with. So they'll tend to him on the far side, an injury timeout. We'll take a break with them. We'll be back with the final minute and 19 seconds of this football game, and it's a huge one here in Harrison. 34-32 the score, and the Goblins will face a big down on defense, 1st and 10 for the Devil Dogs when we return. You're listening to Goblin Football on New Country 102.9.
We believe in sure.
Joan Bell on Industrial Park Road in Harrison for your auto, home, and life insurance.
So the Goblins now 1st down and 10 on defense. The Devil Dogs have it at the 25. Barry back to pass, has plenty of time. Barry, it's complete at the 5. Barry has a man down to the 5-yard line. It's 1:07 left to go, and the Devil Dogs get it to the 5-yard line. Oh, baby. This sets up a big series here for the Devil Dogs. 1st down and goal from the Goblins' 5-yard line. So if the Goblins are going to win this football game, now they're going to have to do it with a goal line stand.
They're going to have a penalty, and they're going to have a fumble or an interception.
And the Goblins got a penalty, so it's half the distance. So now all of a sudden it's 1st and goal from the 2 with 1:07 left to go. These Devil Dogs have found the answer, and they're getting ready to try to put it in pay dirt here. 1:03 left, 1:02 Devil Dogs will take their time on the snap, obviously, here, as they got first down and goal from the 2. Shotgun formation. He has it. It's going to roll to the near side, or check that. He's pitching it to the near side, and it stopped a good play there. That was Noah Morris with the stop. Morris stays home. That was a good play.
Yeah, that was a great play. No, it didn't fool anybody. It fooled everybody but Noah Morris.
Now, quickly, the Goblins have got to get a man off the field. They do. Bundy does get off. This is second down and goal from the 3. Hands it off up the middle. Gets to the end zone, and it's a touchdown. The Devil Dogs score with 28 seconds left to go in this football game, and they take the lead. 38-34, and the Devil Dogs pretty well seal this ball game. The Goblins with the one timeout, again, we talked about that. They would have had 2 if they'd have taken that penalty. Now it looks like the Devil Dogs are going to – why would you go for 2?
Because I think they just don't have any confidence in their kicker.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Maybe so. 38-34. They'll go for 2 here as the Devil Dogs take the lead in this football game for the first time. Holy moly. With 28 seconds left to go, Barry back to pass. He's just going to try to run some time off the clock. Gets it into the end zone, and I believe it's good. 2-point conversion is good. So 40-34 is the score, so that makes the Goblins, if they do score, they got to kick the PAT. But either way, the Goblins have got to go the distance. In 28 seconds when we return with one timeout, you're listening to Goblin Football on New Country 102.9.
We're the voice.
The Devil Dogs have taken the lead for the first time in this football game with 28 seconds left. And the kicker is giving everybody high fives as they come on the field. I guess so. These Goblins, I didn't think there was any way this team could come back and score 4 touchdowns in the Goblins, and they did. In the second half, they've just lit it up. So with 28 seconds left to go in this football game, the Goblins trail by 4. They call that 2-point conversion no good. So now at the 10-yard line, the Goblins will have it coming back to the near side, trying to find some space, turns the corner. Has the 35, gets it back up to the – and it's a 15-yard penalty on top of that. As he's wrestled out of bounds on the far side, and everybody, there's a scrum happening. Don't get another 15 and counteract everything. As everybody's going crazy, the officials pushing everybody away, and the Goblins don't want to get another 15 or get another counteracting this one. So I believe it'll be a 15-yard penalty. And, boy, the Goblins did not like that. He not only tackled him, hit him out of bounds, he hog-tied him and wrestled him out of bounds.
That was a cheap shot.
That was no question a cheap shot, and really not a good play because that adds another 15 yards to a really nice run. So that puts it from the 40 down to the 45, I believe, if they mark it there at the 40. That's going to put 15 yards on the end of the run for the Goblins. Personal foul against the Devil Dogs. And that'll be first down for the Goblins at the Devil Dog 45-yard line. So now, Chad, one timeout. Been good to have 2, wouldn't it? But either way, the Goblins still have time with 19 seconds.
That was what the Goblins needed, yeah. That was the break they needed, and now they've got to take advantage of it. They're going to have time to run maybe 2 or 3 plays.
So the Goblins from the 44-yard line of the Devil Dogs trailing for the first time in this football game with 19 seconds left to go, still have a chance. And is it Morrilton takes a timeout. So they have 3, so you can't blame them there. We'll keep it right here. Man, what an amazing football game, and the Devil Dogs have just scratched and clawed their way back in this one. The Goblins had complete control and dominating the first half. And then the second half, all of a sudden, the Devil Dogs come alive. What was their score at half? What did they have? They've scored, 24. They've scored 4 touchdowns here?
27-18 at half.
So they scored 20. Yeah, so they scored 3 touchdowns, missed a field goal, makes the extra point, and then made up the other 2 on the 2 points.
Yeah.
So either way, the Goblins are looking to have to go 44 yards in 19 seconds, trailing for the first time in this football game by 4. So now, up to the line of scrimmage, Jones standing at his own 50. You got to think that Devil Dogs will probably come at him here. Or will they play coverage? Jones is going to throw a long one. Jones has a man. It's McNutt. Oh, and it's intercepted, and that ends the football game. The Goblins will lose this one at home in a heartbreaker as these Devil Dogs come back, intercept the pass right at the very end. They double coverage down there with McNutt. Everybody knew he was getting the ball, and it was double coverage, and that's an interception, and that will end this football game as the Devil Dogs will take the victory formation, and that'll be it. They'll run off one more play, and these Devil Dogs fought hard to get back in the football game. 38-34 will be the final score. Oh, man, oh, man. What a tough loss for these Goblins as they were just playing salty all the way through. And then the defense gives up too many in the second half. First time you've seen the defense fail here, Chad, really, you know?
Yeah.
So now victory formation for the Devil Dogs. They'll take it and down it, and everybody's pushing everybody, and that'll end, boys, and getting a little chippy out there because the Goblins are not happy about the end of this football game. So now the Goblins are facing a very uphill climb as they've got 3 games left, and they'll drop to 2-2 in the conference. The Devil Dogs go to 3-1 after a very, very impressive halftime. I guess they just adjusted at halftime, Chad, is what you can say. They made all the moves, the right moves at half.
Yeah, they really did.
38-34, the final score. We'll be back to wrap it up after this. You're listening to Goblin Football on New Country 102.9. We're going to play 2 and come back, and then we'll wrap it up.
Service. Look no further than Ozark Trailer Manufacturing and Sales. Whether it's routine maintenance or specialized repairs, our skilled team is here for you. We stock a wide range of parts for all trailer types, ensuring you get back on the road in no time. Ozark Trailer Manufacturing and Sales, your trusted destination for quality service and parts. Visit